This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. I don't know, bro.
You gotta let people live their lives, bro.
Yeah, I gotta start letting it be. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to That One Piece Talk. My name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Seb.
And this is That One Piece Talk, where we talk One Piece. Sorry for the thumbnail change. I didn't notice. I've been so consumed that I read the chapter when it came out through TCB that I kind of was just already in the One Piece break week mentally. Even though the One Piece chapter 1073 just came out yesterday officially. So thank you for everybody coming through. We appreciate you. We do have a new setup, as you can see. We hope that you like it. It was totally Marv's idea, so we're gonna see what happens. If not, you guys can request Marv to change it back.
I don't know.
But you just gotta at Marv. You gotta at Marv the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know where to look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't either,
you
bro.
look in the middle of the camera.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at this camera.
Yeah, I look at that one,
always
and
gonna
then you
look
look at the one on the right.
I'm
I've
always
honestly
gonna-
always ignored the cameras.
I'm extremely
Okay.
vain. I'm gonna look
So
at
you
this.
could keep ignoring the cameras if you want.
It's weird now.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all right. Change.
Change?
Maybe your body.
Maybe your
change.
body.
All right. So, guys, thank you for the super chats. I cannot see it, but before we get into the chapter, do you guys want to talk about the Netflix poster, real quick?
Yeah, sure. If you want, I'm with it.
No. Shout out to my boy Matt Owens. I told you were gonna get heat. Yeah, it was bad, bro.
Yeah, the poster wasn't
The poster's
bad.
dope. The poster's dope. Yeah, the poster's
The
dope.
poster's dope.
The poster's dope.
There's one major weakness here.
There's like
Yeah.
two, but
Listen, I don't know how you could not have Luffy in sandals, bro. Matt, I love you, bro. You know I got respect for you. I told you.
my respect lowered.
Listen, I told you way back. I had hope. Now I got faith. I might be shifting back to hope because how Luffy don't got sandals on, man? How?
Yeah, that's tough.
That's rough.
That is rough. It's not even like close to sandals either. It's like UGG loafers.
They look weird. I'm not gonna lie.
They look
weird.
comfortable.
They do.
I'm
That's
hopefully
probably
he's
why he's like,
comfortable.
if I'm gonna be fighting in this, I gotta have my loafers on.
Oh man.
Like, I was looking, I was like, come on, man. And then the capris.
Yeah, Luffy
I
wearing
didn't
shorts.
mind. It's shorts. Yeah,
No,
I'm
capris
not-
aren't shorts though.
Bro, what it is, bro.
Come
Capris
on,
aren't
bro.
shorts.
It is what it is.
Just give them shorts, bro.
I'm not
like,
mad at
was
Luffy
it
wears
that
cargo
cold
shorts.
where they were, bro?
I'm not mad at the capris. I'm not gonna hold.
He
him for the
wears
capris.
cargo shorts. Like I feel like that's.
Sanji was
Listen.
super brolic. I
Yo,
like
Sanji
it.
was-
I liked it though. I
Yo,
messed with
Sanji
it.
was-
I
He's a
messed
little
with it.
too brolic.
Yo, he
Nah,
was.
He's a little too brolic.
nah.
Yo, Sanji
I mess with that.
He's supposed to be suave and like.
So what?
No.
You could be suave
That
and still in
Sanji-
tux.
See, that Sanji looks like he throws hands.
Yeah.
Not his feet.
He threw a hella push-ups. Bro. He was more cut than Zoro was looking, bro.
He be throwing uppercuts. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Listen, man, it's
But-
Netflix has batted 0 out of 100.
I don't know if it's zero.
They batting average is like a hard .100, bro.
Come on,
like
man.
is like the only Netflix adaptation was really good, and we talked about it before. Was the Kenshin movies?
Yeah.
In my opinion, those were pretty good.
Are those
are
actually
pretty good.
Netflix adaptations? I feel like they were just a studio and Netflix picked like the thing up.
No, the
Maybe,
Which is not helping.
but it's still dope.
The Kenshin
It is a
movies are
Netflix
really good.
series, though.
Is it?
It's
Okay.
a Netflix type of movie.
The Rurouni Kenshin.
It's like
video,
exclusive.
Shows. What about the Marvel ones? With
Yeah,
Daredevil.
Daredevil was fire. You know what I mean? Those are Netflix.
Then Iron Fist happened.
I mean,
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
casting bad. I don't know why they chose him.
Lucas Cage
it wasn't just
happened.
the casting, bro. It wasn't just the casting.
Yeah.
I said Lucas Cage. Luke Cage happened, bro.
Lucas Cage.
Come on, bro.
Listen, why
Jessica
we-
Jones was good too. First
It
season.
was.
Second season was kind of trash.
I don't even know
And then
if I watched it.
the
Defenders wasn't
the
that good.
Defenders show was trash until Daredevil was in it. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I got faith still. I know I said what I said. I still got faith, Matt. I got you. Emily, you my girl.
Emily, mad cool, bro, but they both yelled at me. So, like, I'm going to go ahead and stick to my guns and be like, until it's proven, bro. I don't got faith.
We'll see. I just know when the show actually starts, we would all like to see Luffy wearing
sandals.
Luffy's, his straight
Like,
mark.
at least let him upgrade the sandals when he goes to a different island.
They should make it a whole meme where he, like, puts them on the first episode or something.
Yeah.
Like, yo, these don't feel comfortable.
Like, somebody throws it at him. And they're like, yo, put these on, bro. And he's like, nah. You know what this feels like? It feels sort of like how the X-Men never wore their original costumes.
Yeah.
And, like, Wolverine saw, like, the yellow spandex suit and, like, the trip when he went to Japan. I forgot what that one was called. And then he was like, "Would you expect me to wear that?" It's like Luffy's gonna be like, "You expect me to wear sandals?"
Chill,
all right,
bro.
All right.
Chill.
All right. Enough of that.
Also, cargo shorts would be better than. I don't know. I just feel like he should be wearing.
Bro,
capris.
the only person that deserves to be wearing capris is Marco, cause he wears capris.
I'm not holding for the capris, bro.
That's weird.
We'll see. We'll see, bro. You know what we should do? We should do like a little watch party in the Discord.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Did they give it a release date?
It said later this year.
Probably like Q3 or whatever.
We'll see, bro. All right. Anyway, let's say what's up to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people in the chat. We got Gold D Fish, Platinum 42, I Hate Mo, Lord Vegeta, aka Ragnar. What up, Ragnar? Ragnar's still in the general voice chat somehow. I don't know how. Chestnut's in here. What's up, Chestnut? Chase Rainey, Jordan, Gandhi Usopp, Strad, Malcolm Wilson, Peanut Butter and Waivers, Devontae, United States of Blurred, Who-Man, Fourth Face, Juan Carlos, so many people here. Teach, Brandon Wigfall, Jimmy Olive, Pig Hudson, what up, Pig? So many out here. I'm trying to catch up. DK Rayleigh, Jose Zamudio, Neeks G, Mike Hernandez, Zaki's in here. What up, Zaki? Zaki, I heard you got Saturn top 5. What you doing, man? What you doing, bro? So much in here, man. So many people. Chris, Toby, Clown Pusher. So many people, man. I appreciate y'all being here with us, for real.
Yeah, thanks. We have super chats.
We do. We have a $5 super chat from our guy Pick Hudson. It says, "Here come Larry with the bad takes." Hashtag Larry has bad takes. That was quick.
We keep starting off the show like someone saying that. It's crazy.
That was quick. I don't think Larry's had a bad take yet on this episode. I don't think calling the live action show out for Luffy not having Sanders is a bad take, but
If you don't have haters, you ain't doing it right.
it's all love. We got another $5 from our guy Strad. It says, "Shout out to the United States of Blurred's mom's health, a real Conqueror user. Hashtag all the love." I'd have to check in on that one. I'm not sure what that was about, but
I know when he hopped on Discord one of the nights, she was,
Yeah,
but
man.
if she's in great health, shout out to her, bro.
Yeah.
For real.
Glad to hear your mom's
Mama
doing better.
Blurred, Mama Blurred.
Blurred,
Glad
yeah.
to hear your mom's doing better.
Yep, we got another $5 from Toby. It says, "What's up, y'all? I love y'all, and I can't wait for the mod stream. Goated idea. Fire, fire, fire." Yeah, if you guys are on the Discord, Larry announced that we're going to be doing a mod stream later this week. Should be a lot of fun. And with that, we're also doing the Davy Dark Tournament a day earlier. We're not going to do it Wednesday this week. It's going to be tomorrow at 6:30. So tune in for that. It should be fun. We're going to have some really interesting matchups, as always. And I think now's as good a time as any to announce, no?
What?
We hit 5K subscribers on YouTube. I can't believe you didn't start with that, bro. Why you ain't start with that?
I'm on the 10K.
Larry on the 10K.
I'm already on the
man.
10K.
I'm here to celebrate these moments with y'all. Larry's thinking
go.
ahead. That's why Larry's Larry and I'm me. This is how we roll.
Yeah, bro.
But
Let's go.
we wouldn't have done it without you guys. We appreciate it so much.
Oh, we would have.
How?
We would have.
They're literally the subscribers.
No. We would have, yeah. We would have.
Much love, everyone.
Oh,
Thank
man.
you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
But
Thank you
love
for the
that y'all were
support.
here for this journey with us. On the way to 10K. We got another $5 from 𝐼𝐴𝐻𝐼𝐷28. It says, "If Larry does a lucci cosplay, I'll let him borrow a rooster for Kaoru on his shoulder." How are you going to deal with that part of it?
Are you a farmer? That'd be dope.
It's too many questions being asked.
But thank you so much. We got another $5 from United States of Blurred. It says, "Great to be black." Black.
It's great to be black.
It is great.
It is great to be black.
It says, "Great to be back. I still can't see Seb as a human anymore. He's permanently Japan." I just watched that costume. I did.
Emphasis on the bay.
Indeed. Oh man, we got another $5 from _Phenom. It says, "We in this bit." What's up, boys? #LucciLarry. #BuggyGang. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you know what we should have did? We should have covered, we should have made you smell like tuna.
Why? Ew, no.
Yeah, that would have made it more realistic.
Why would you want to sit next to me?
Or like salt water or something like that, right?
The thing is, they would have been able to smell them.
I know, but it would have created
the
atmosphere that I'm sitting next to Jinbei.
What you should have done,
because you know he stank, bro.
I'm sure Jinbei don't smell too bad.
You should have did some Fisherman Karate is what you should have did.
I did. We got the pictures.
You should have threw your leg up and just put it through the table. Force him arm to my whole new table.
What's wrong with you, man?
Watch out!
So if you want to see, that would be funny.
You could have threw Lawrence over your shoulder and shit. Just threw him on the table.
Oh man, we got another $5 from Big Hudson. It says, "Happy 5K Nakama." We really appreciate it,
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
We got $5 from Luffy Needs to Try Some Booty Meat. It says, "I don't mind you forgetting to shout me out so long as you remember #BuggyGang." It's just a limited chat window that I can see, Luffy needs to try some booty meat. I didn't see your name, all right? We got another $2 from Strahd. It says, "Bang bang booty meat." That one might get you flagged.
You gotta mute yourself now.
Who was eating the turkey butt?
All right, I think that's it for the super chats for now. Pass it back to Larry.
All right, guys. Let's get into this chapter. So, chapter 1073 is titled Miss Buckingham Stussy. Within the cover story, we see Vegapunk taking a picture, smiling, while Judge, Caesar the Clown, and Queen are disgruntled by his achievement. In the background of them all are two tanks from opposing countries, and they are shooting flowers from tanks at each other. The quote at the bottom of the page says, "Winner of the Mobile Peace Prize for GP flowers that bloom out of gunpowder." What did you guys think of this cover story? And we'll start with Law.
It's a simple cover story, but it's just interesting how he was able to make flowers grow from gunpowder. Like, I don't know how he turned the soil from. I don't understand the soil from gunpowder, but turning into flowers. But it shows that, for example, that he's a scientist of world peace. I guess they're trying to show us that, Vegapunk's good side in a way through the cover panel. That he is a scientist for peace. That he's kind of stopping violence or wars from happening by having flowers shoot out of them, so they really can't harm each other through these weapons. And you can kind of see all the other scientists' face, Caesar's, Queen's, and Judges, how they're in disgust of it, or what are you doing, you know? But the thing is, what throws me off the most, because I can understand that, I don't understand Vegapunk's face here. He looks crazy. He looks disturbing, kind of. You're making, all right, you achieved your goal of, I guess, making flowers bloom from, gunpowder. That's actually interesting, because then you can make, if you can make that happen, you could kind of produce rice. You could make things grow from something. So that means that could actually affect where plants can grow at harsh conditions. You know, that could help with world peace and world hunger and stuff like that. But the face you're making just creeps me out. I don't know. It doesn't seem like someone who achieved world peace, or I'm not saying he achieved it, but someone who's super peace, he kind of seems like more of a creep, or I don't know, he looks creepy to me. His face, the face he's making. But yeah, that's mostly what I have here about this chapter.
All right, Sebi.
Don't call me that.
Hey, yo, Sebi.
Anyway, in regards to the chapter, threw me off. I was not expecting that. I don't have much. I thought it was funny. The two dudes that were shooting, were they planning on shooting actual missiles at each other? Cause they're shocked, and I'm like, yo, y'all was gonna just die for this, for the cause. I thought Judge looked weird. He looked like a combination of Caesar and Dieu. So I thought that was weird, but he did have the two. Mondo. the eyebrows, like
Yeah.
like Sanji. So I thought that was funny.
Oh, that's not Mondor. You mean Judge?
Yeah, so Judge looks funny. He looks like
Yeah, he
Caesar
does.
and Montdor like fused. Like that's what he looked like to me.
Who's Mondud?
He's the Big Mom's son with the face paint and the
I
blonde hair.
guess.
Yeah, he looked weird to me. He didn't look
He's
like
the guy with the
No,
books.
he does look weird.
yeah, the book guy.
okay.
I didn't get shout out to Queen continuing to gain weight. You know
Yeah, he's
what I
starting to
mean?
look more like himself now, like exactly
Yeah.
kind of like how he looks now.
Beyond that, I mean, Vegapunk just got flowers on his mind because he got that sweet thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm still promoting Vegapunk and Stussy. All right, I'm still shipping. I don't care what y'all say. I will go down with that shit
But if you-
until I die.
But then, Whitebeard had it, not him.
Listen, man. White. That don't mean nothing. to me. That don't mean nothing. Whitebeard had Miss Buckingham.
Okay.
Vegapunk got Stussy. There's a difference. They're two different people. All right, technically.
Yeah.
Larry?
I thought it was. So I'll say one thing about this. I love the striped shirt that Vegapunk is wearing because when he was first silhouetted above Kuma, the striped shirt was there. I've mentioned this before. I love seeing that callback to the striped shirt because it's just like consistency.
Yeah.
The flowers being shot out of the tanks gives me two ideas. One, Dr. 𝙏𝙗𝙪𝙢𝙗 did the cherry blossoms at Drum Kingdom. He made gunpowder, I believe, or a bomb turn into like the cherry blossoms. So this is a callback to that. And then the second one was, I think this might be the first time we've seen Vegapunk actually use a Logia power and transmit it to a weapon. So like we've seen it with the Seraphim, right? He used Kizaru's Logia powers in order to, produce laser beams out of their hands. What if this is the first time we've seen a Logia, which is in the hands of the world government as an admiral, but that ability was probably tested on previously, like Kizaru's, and he was able to produce that early in the game, sort of a way to transmit a Logia power into something else. I mean, flowers, when we saw Green Bull stepping on Wano, flowers were growing. He grew a flower out of his back, which made him fly. I wouldn't be too far-fetched with it. But it is interesting that he won a Mobile Peace Prize, which is supposed to, resemble the Nobel Peace Prize. And for him creating peace between two countries, it's kind of weird to me at first because the government divulges in arms and they sell it and they produce it and they give it to other countries in order to fight and to profit off of. And I don't know if this is like the government saying like, hey, like let's recognize you for something that's not really good for what we're trying to do, but just to keep like saving face here. And it makes Vegapunk look like a better guy. I'm not too sure. But seeing Queen get a little bit fatter was funny. But I think that those three are just horribly drawn.
Yo,
by the
right?
way.
It
I
just
think
looked-
they're,
it
I think they're
looked
badly
crude,
drawn.
man.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, what are we doing here?
So it is interesting to see this, but it also shows that, what I've always said before, that Vegapunk hasn't been necessarily a bad guy, like especially if he's doing this to opposing countries that are in war. Like this continues to show why he's a scientist first, but he also has the bigger moral factor of like he's not an evil guy. And I think that I love every time Oda just keeps proving it and like making me right. So.
It's funny because
Hashtag Larry has good takes.
It's funny because he's broadcasting this, like in the back. You see like the camera in front of him.
No, I don't think that's being broadcasted. I think that's just him taking a photo.
You think?
I don't
Yeah.
know. It could be him broadcasting it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Only because the snail's there. On top of
them
it.
snails do everything, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't.
But all right. That's it for that. We do have some super chats.
Yeah, we got a couple. We got a $2 super chat from Mike Hernandez, but there was no comment. Mike.
He said, he texted in the Discord. He said, I unsuccessfully super chatted, LOL. I was trying to tell these guys to stop playing your takes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that? Can we confirm that?
Yeah.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah, he texted in the group chat in general Discord.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah, it's okay.
Larry out here lying and stuff. Just making
I don't need to lie, bro.
Right, thank you so much, Mike. We got another $2 super chat from Strahd that just says, Sebi.
Sebi. Is it Zebi? Sebi.
It's Sebi. And we got another $2 super chat from the Lost Antari. It says $2 super chats only. Hashtag Lucci Larry. All right, that's all the super chats we got for now.
All right. Now, next. The chapter opens up exactly where it left off last chapter. Kaku has reverted back to his human form and is lying on the ground unconscious. Lucci is dumbfounded. So he immediately goes for the kill on Stussy. But she uses a move called Paper Art After Image and swoops right past Lucci. She then takes out lipstick and presses it against his neck. Lucci notices it's sea prism stone and Stussy bites on his neck. Stussy then tells Lucci she's not dumb enough to fight two powerful men such as them, and Lucci falls unconscious to the ground. Brook notices the CP0 are fighting, and Zoro does too. Stussy then calls Pythagoras to report that both Lucci and Kaku are asleep. Usopp tells Shaka he's confused. Shaka explains that he had a spy within the government's secret intelligence for 20 years, so they would have never suspected it. What did you guys think about this part of the chapter? And we'll start with Seb.
I thought it was cool. Again, anything Stussy does is gonna have me, you know what I'm saying? Waifu of the week again. You get me? Like, Stussy just dope. I did like the paper art that she did. Yeah. Like to real quickly finesse Lucci. I thought that was cool. But it's like I kind of was like, yo, Lucci just fell for that easily. I was kind of like, oh wow, like. I guess because he's awakened now, my expectations of Lucci are a little higher. I didn't think he was going to fall for that and just have to eat that like that. But I love seeing, you know, additional uses of sea stone like stuff. Sea prism stone, yeah. So like her just having it as lipstick, I thought that was dope. And then like she still gave a little bit of hype saying like, oh, you guys are too strong for me to just deal with. I don't know. She dealt with them pretty easily. Yeah. In my opinion. Thank you. It seems as though she's a vampire fruit. I know we talked about that last time, but we don't have any confirmation. I just want to know what that pigeon gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Hattori?
Yeah. What is Hattori gonna do? What's Hattori gonna do?
He's gonna just keep Karuin.
I don't know, man. It's like you can't see your guy take L's like that. Beyond that, them having a spy in the world government for that long, and CP0 for that long is dope. Even if it seems like it wasn't the intention originally. But I like that. I just like the development. But that's all I have. I don't have anything too extreme.
All right. So, Law?
Thank you. So, to me, how fast she took both of them out was interesting. Was crazy to me. And I'm guessing, I know you said a vampire, but it could be just because of the wings. Like, she could be a Zoan bat fruit if we haven't seen that already. I don't think we have seen a Zoan with a bat ability. And how fast, and to me, she called, like, going by Rob Lucci's reaction, he said, I can't wrap my head around this. It caught him so off guard that he just reacted and just swung, you know? And she took complete advantage of that, showing her like skill and experience and her calmness to, in a way, like she took down Kaku, threw Rob Lucci off, and then took down Rob Lucci because he couldn't believe that someone I guess he's been serving with or who's been either in CP0 as long as he has, or maybe even longer, because they said at least 2 decades or more than 2 decades. So that's at least 20 years or more that Stussy's been with the world government, you know? So I don't know how long Rob Lucci's been in the game, but so it's either around the same time or that, and then out of nowhere, it's like, and she probably gave no hint at all that she was, you know, aligned with Vegapunk. So he couldn't believe it. So letting his guard down and him just attacking.
Them late night trips to Egghead didn't trigger. No, I'm kidding.
Probably not.
I'm kidding.
And you know, and so that's one thing that I think the wings and the fangs makes you think maybe bat over a vampire. But she could be a mythical bat, if you want to go that, or just a bat. And then, so now them saying this made me think, to me, I don't know when they would find the time to speak to her, but I'm guessing the one they asked, where they said, don't ask that person, is looking like it's Stussy.
Yeah.
Stussy. Yeah. The one they said, like, but I'm thinking in my head, like, when they asked her, you've been next to them the entire time. How could you be like, yeah, I'm just waiting for your order? you were right next to them. So how did they not hear that? That's what made me think of it wasn't her. But going by this, it would make sense why because going by what they said, that if they find out, the world government will be after us, like, no matter what. Like, if they found out that Vegapunk had a mole or a spy in there for 20 plus years, the entire time they think is an ally, that just makes you an enemy of the world government, hands down. And that's what they're afraid of. So this does make sense where Stussy fits that role of why they didn't want to call her for help, right? Yeah. So it makes sense. So like now, but like again, like, but how could she speaking to them, but also right next to Kaku and Revolution? I was like, she's a beast for that. You know, I don't know how she did that. But anyway, it was looking like it's her. So to that reveal, who we waited for. So in a way, I was kind of right. I wasn't expecting it was Stussy, but I thought it was going to be someone that Vegapunk, so to speak, one of his creations. So what I alluded to, but was not thinking it was Stussy. So yeah, and I think that's all I have for here about. No, it's just cool because we keep seeing it. It makes you think of, like, for example, Virgo, how long he was in the world government. So I like this the switch over. We're seeing people like infiltrating, like Marines becoming like pirates, trying to for the Marines. We see pirates becoming Marines for the Marines, and we see people like Vegapunk having people in the world government. So I like the secret agent stuff. Is what I'm saying. Like reminds you of Mission Impossible, so to speak. So I like having that in that One Piece aspect. It would be cool we get a little more of that, but in a way where it's not like overly done. So far they did it in a way where it's like we only got 3. So you know, so that's pretty cool. But
we've got more than 3.
We got Conjuro.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
Conjuro.
Conjuro, Drake, Virgo, Stussy, Rocinante. I feel like there's another one I'm forgetting, but it's been done well enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been done well enough.
Yeah, I like that aspect of it. But yeah, I think that's all I have for now. What you got, Larry?
So when I first read this, I was like, damn, man, like Lucci really on the ropes, huh? And then she kind of like sped past him, which reminded me of when Goku did the body image after image joint. Yeah. That was cool for me. I feel like that was a callback to DB. And then what was crazy was how calm and collected, like you said, she was. That she had her hand like on her neck as she moved past him, and he was still attacking, right? And then she's not even looking at him. And then the very next page, she has enough time to take out a lipstick, put it on his neck under him, and his hand is not even down
he's
yet.
He's not even fully
so
retracted in.
He's shocked about the C Prism Stone, where I was thinking to myself, I'm more shocked at how fast she was to do this. Because realistically, like, he didn't even get his hand down yet. Yeah. Like, if you look at it, on the left side, his hand is still up as if he's, like, trying to finger pistol him. Finger pistol her. So I do have 2 questions. If she is a Devil Fruit user, is the lipstick she's wearing right now the same lipstick that she put on Lucci? If so, that means that she probably has
immunity.
C Prism Stone on her lips, and she's able to use her abilities the way she's using it now, which would make her like really strong, but not as strong as them, obviously. 2, is she able to directly inject them with C Prism Stone into their bloodstream, and that's why they're unconscious? So there's 2 things to that, right? Like, I don't know.
But she's a clone, so it's like anything is possible. Right?
Yeah.
Like, maybe she just doesn't have the same limitations that a regular human would have, or a regular person eating a Devil Fruit would have.
That's true, too.
Where she can do that. And like you said, maybe she can straight up inject some level of C Prism into the bloodstream. That would be insane.
Yeah. That's why I'm like questioning, like, it's probably her Devil Fruit, right? But even if it is her Devil Fruit, is the lipstick she has on the same lipstick she just touched Lucci with?
It's funny you say this.
And it works like a jutei.
I was watching Parvision and Psy stream, and they were talking about it. They were like arguing, and Psy was just like, "Women carry multiple lipsticks, bro." And I was just like, "Yo, that's that simple. Like, it's probably just a second one." So,
you think it's the second one too?
Yeah, she just has multiple lipsticks that she
It could be.
That makes sense. That makes sense because also only just to not counter it, but it's like, because Lana brought up a question too. We've never seen Momo, who would be an example of like the artificial ability, react to Sea Stone, because we never seen him like in water or near Sea Stone like that, from my knowledge or my recollection. So if we would have saw Momo react to any Sea Stone or in water like Sea Stone or the sea water, we would get confirmed. All right, they kind of adopted the same weaknesses as people with the main ability.
Yeah.
But since we've never seen that from Momo, we would have to wait either till one of these clones do it, like the Pacifista clones, or I said clones or Stussy.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think it's cool. I think Stussy, whatever she is, I want to know more about. And I think that's better. I think that's better than dealing with Kaku and Lucci. I think they should have been out probably like 5 chapters ago. And I think this would have had the equal effect. Like, we could have just did without the awakenings, and I would have been fine. If Lucci got a little bit stronger, just to see Luffy just tap into G5 mistakenly or accidentally, and he's like using it and he doesn't know how to get out of it. That would have been cool too. He's just like, yo, I just went into this on accident, like, my bad. Even though they didn't need to be awakened. I know I'm complaining right now, but what I'm trying to say is, like, this, what's happening right now could have happened, you know, no matter when in the story. It would have been fine. And I think this would have been perfect to get them both out. Because now it's more interesting. Now we're like, yo, Stussy. Instead of being like Rob Lucci and Kaku was Awakenings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I like the cliffhanger we got with her doing what she did.
Because we're always going to get that. It's just like, yo, I just took these guys out. And then something happened to Luffy.
Well, I get your point. The main things, like, we could look at it also is that they use this in a way to up Stussy's stock. Like, she's able to take on 2 other CP0s who are awakened like that.
Yo, but even then she goes, yo, I couldn't have been able to hang with you 2 powerful men anyway.
I've been fighting them both at the same time.
But I think that no matter what would have happened, even if they weren't as strong, her stock still would have went up no matter what.
Stussy stock through the roof, bro.
Yeah. Like, it would have been like, yo, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think either way it would have been fine.
Yep.
But yeah, let's go to those super chats and then we'll go to the next one.
Yeah, we got a $5 super chat from KJ. It says on page 9 at the bottom, the Skypea cloud that is over the island is numbered now at 100. What do you guys think that means? Love you, boys. 100.
Page 9 of this chapter?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get to it, but
I didn't note it. There wasn't a thing that I peeped when I originally read it.
Oh, the cloud.
But the cloud thing that
they keep
saying,
changing numbers.
It keeps. I think it just rotates. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's rotating. Like, if you look at it, there's like, it shows 100, but then like to the left and the right, there's other potential digits. I think it just rotates.
Wait, page 9. What do they say?
Because it's been other stuff.
It's the
right
egghead
here,
cloud.
Right here. So like, you see what I mean? Like, I think it's just rotating. And like, that's, everybody keeps noting that like it's changed.
Yeah, the numbers have changed.
I don't think it means anything other than like that it's rotating. Maybe it means something specific to the island, obviously, but I don't think it means anything to us.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I never noticed that. If I would have paid more attention to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have anything.
I don't have anything good.
I never noticed that. Thanks for bringing it to my attention. I'm gonna pay attention.
Maybe it's
to
threat level. You know? I don't know. That just
Could
came
be.
to me. But all right. We got another $2 super chat from Luffy needs to try some booty meat. It says Stussy be bussin'. Hashtag Bussy D Stussy. I don't know. But I support it. Any Stussy super chats, I support. We also got a 4-month membership to Yonko status from our guy 𝙗𝙗.
Thank you,
𝙗𝙗 says, hashtag Larry be lying. Always messing up the video titles or sound levels. Shaking my head. Let's go 5K, baby.
Thank you, 𝙗𝙗.
Thank you, 𝙗𝙗. We got a $10 super chat from Evan S. We did not get a comment with that super chat. Is it in the Discord?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
All right. Evan, appreciate it. It says it's your first super chat. We appreciate it. Next time, if you want to super chat again, drop a comment. Just say something. We'll shout you out. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Evan.
We got another $2 super chat from Gabriel Montoya. It says 5 elders or admirals. Who do you predict is stronger?
We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Can't do it now.
I'm going admirals. But yeah.
All right. Let's go to the next one. So, next, Stussy reports to Shaka that she can't stop Seraphims from destroying the lab. Her and Lucci have the same authority level. Zoro and Brook run to go handle the Seraphims. Brook asks Zoro if the Seraphims look familiar to him. Zoro says yeah, especially the one guy in particular. Then we see Lilith, and she's caked up, and as she's about to give the Seraphim orders, 𝐴𝑠⁄ goes to attack her, and Zoro clashes with 𝐴𝑠⁄. The S-Hawk is shocked and sweating while Zoro comments, "Now that I get a better look at you, you're actually a little more human than him." So Zoro asks his S-Hawk who he is, and all of a sudden Edison goes into action to give the Seraphims the order to stop fighting, and he does. Then S-Shark, as Edison is saying that, shoots a laser beam at him and it explodes. Lilith is worried if he died, and we see Sanji land in front of Zoro carrying Edison in his arms. Lilith cries out of joy to see Edison safe. Zoro complains about the Seraphim and he wants an explanation about them too, since they stopped attacking. Stussy tells Shaka that she placed Sea Prism Stone on Kaku and Lucci. Then he tells her to hurry up. They're all going to escape the island and she's coming too. Usopp yells to stop adding people to the ship. Then we see Luffy yell out for Bonnie and Vegapunk to hurry so they can leave. What did you guys think about this part of the chapter? And we'll start with Sub again.
Yeah, it was really dope. So one, I thought it was mad arbitrary that Stussy can't take over the controls of
weird.
the ship.
Yeah.
Yo, because Sentomaru got knocked out and then Lucci immediately had control.
Yeah.
So why is he knocked out but she doesn't now have control because I didn't get that. That made no sense to me.
I could tell you why, and you're not gonna like it.
Plot?
No.
Why?
Because Oda was like, "Yo, I need something to bring Sanji into the mix." And this is the
plot.
only way.
That's plot.
Only way to make Sanji look good. So again, we're wasting valuable panels on Sanji.
And that's funny because I was gonna bring up Sanji. I was actually shocked when he saved Edison that he didn't immediately simp for what he had done for Lilith. Like, we didn't get a panel on that. I was proud of Oda that we didn't waste panels on that, which is funny because I was like reading it like, oh, he's gonna do something real quick with that, and it didn't happen. I was like, okay, cool. But in general, I thought that was weird. I just didn't get that. I thought it was just unnecessary. Like, we could have gotten another way. Yeah,
I was just like, what?
Yeah, I did like the Zoro. That one guy in particular, and a part of me was like, he has to be talking about the Mihawk Seraphim, right? I was like, you could be talking about the Kuma Seraphim because of the whole nothing happened and what happened on Thriller Bark. So, and Shabodi. But it was obviously the Mihawk Seraphim.
Yeah, it was obviously that.
Absolutely, Lilith was double cheeked up. I was like, yo, hey, yo.
I was like, yo, where'd the BBL come from?
Yo, bro, I didn't know Lilith was packing like that. Yo,
table was thumping,
thing
bro.
was banging. And I know I said that Stussy was waifu of the week. Lilith was giving her a little run right there.
Yeah.
Because y'all know me, I'm a cake guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was velvet, bro.
Dog. I was like.
That was velvet.
Anyway.
Yeah, stupid.
I do like that the Seraphim can actively attack even like
two midgets in the back. She had midgets in her back pocket, bro.
I'll say this: every time Zoro fights, I just like the choreography. Like when it was Kaku earlier, like he was grabbing the sword, waking up. I thought it was cool him grabbing the swords like that. His comment I thought was mad interesting. Shout out to Par, but it had me feeling like Mihawk's a sword for a second.
Don't say that.
It's so stupid, bro. Why did he say that? Why did he say that? You're more human. I also like that Zoro got this little Seraphim sweating.
Yo, he worried.
He had Blackbeard sweating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we scaling off sweat.
Nah, you can't, bro. You can only scale off head cannon.
I'm not gonna scale off sweat. I'm not. Because I still think
we just
Blackbeard.
know which one, you know what I'm saying, blocked an attack and which one had to take an attack.
Hey, Zoro still got knocked backwards, I think. I think
They
that's
both
how
got
I read
knocked
it. He chilling.
No, he got knocked back
his
too.
feet are firmly planted.
Bro, he's sliding back. Those are the sliding back effects on the ground. He slid back, bro.
Listen, slid back and tossed back, two different slide backs.
And I could point out that Zoro probably didn't fly back at all either. He pushed the S-Hawk back, and he's just in the air.
Zoro's been in the air the entire
time. Yeah, he's been in the air the entire time.
His attack is in the air.
That's not how I seen it. Okay?
Yeah, Zoro over Blackbeard. We all know, right?
Nah, that's why I'm not with that right now.
It's not wild.
I'm not with that right now.
Okay.
But I just like how aggressive the Seraphim are. Like, immediately still shooting at people when they're trying to tell them to stop and stuff. I thought that was cool.
They listen to the Nuck If You Buck, bro.
That's the command.
That's the command trick, bro.
You buck, I thought it's
We Nuck It,
They're ready to fight. Listen, I like Sanji saving.
It's either that or like mystical, bro. Going full blind.
Danger! The killer right here!
Get on the floor.
Yo, I hate y'all, bro. I'm trying to like give my take. And I can't.
Or that one P. Pablo song. Wait.
No, I'm kidding. Yo, I hate y'all, bro. I hate y'all. Half of our audience has no idea what we're talking about.
None.
Oh, man.
It's probably only like Strahd. Because Strahd's our age.
Strahd going crazy. Anyway, I thought Sanji was cool with his little save. You know, I like that he didn't simp out immediately. Yo, them Seraphim tall as hell.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't realize how tall they were.
When I saw it, I was like, damn.
Yo, bro.
Like even
Bro,
They call him Kid Hawk?
Doug.
Better call him Adult Hawk, bro.
Yo, Vegapunk got a whole like starting five, bro. Like ready to play basketball.
The
bro.
Mon Squad. The
Monstars.
The Monstars. There you go. The Monstars.
Yo, they're the Monstars for real. That's funny. Oh man, I didn't think that. I thought Usopp's little joke about, you know, you're adding more. Like I thought that was funny because we've been complaining about like the number of people on the ship for a while, and like we just added mad people.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vegapunk disappeared. I was like, what? I was like, I don't know. I don't know where they were going with that.
Well, they didn't disappear. They're in that room.
They said that he was nowhere to be found.
I mean, they don't know where that room is.
Yeah, but I think because the narrator said it, it's to us versus Luffy. You know what I mean?
I mean, come on, bro.
Yo, I'm serious. I'm serious. I don't know what that means. I told y'all we wasn't getting Bonnie flashback, right? Kuma flashback.
Yeah.
Listen,
What'd
we
you
got
say?
9 chapters. I said 10.
10
We got 9 to
chapters.
go, bro.
Yeah.
We got 9 to go. I'm going to count them down with y'all, bro.
It'd be funny as hell if Sebastian right, too.
You know I'm about to be right, bro. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong as hell. But
You about to get the next chapter, bro.
10 down. 1 down, 9 to go. Law?
Yeah, honestly, so yeah, where we at? Okay, yeah. Honestly, I thought it was funny as heck. Is like because at first the translation I read, it was like they see who Vegapunk's satellites are, yet they're still willing to attack them. So it's like, to me, it's like, so you don't, the hierarchy in sight doesn't matter to you. It's all voice command. So you could legit look at someone who you're not supposed to attack, higher on the chain. If someone lower and tells you to attack them, the Seraphim just gonna kill them, like unless they say, wait, hold up, stop. And it's not like as soon as you hear that voice, they stop right away. No, you gotta like full on say a command, and then it'll take time for it to register to revert the command. So I was like, to me, I thought that was interesting, like how Vegapunk, you didn't safeguard yourself or your satellites in that way.
I don't think he was allowed to. Like he had to make sure that the Gorosei had a higher command than him even.
Yeah, but no,
like, I don't think he's allowed to.
But to make sure they can't harm you is what I'm saying. It's like, all right, I'm the
like who could confirm that?
Yeah.
You know, except me.
It's like we gotta test this out. Attack Vegapunk real quick. That's
like I don't know how you're not safeguarding like yourself and your satellites, which is great. So now that means your own creation could as easily kill you.
Lawrence, I'm gonna just shout out to Lord Vegeta and Ragnar. Maybe Vegapunk is a fraud. Maybe.
Don't bring that nonsense. Bro.
You safeguarded yourself, and you know it.
And
listen, like Lauren said, sometimes the creator dies by his own creations.
Yeah.
And the CP0 might be like that lining where we're like, what is it called? The red herring, where we're thrown off.
Yeah.
But really, it's his own creations that assassinate him.
It's looking like it. Because also, too.
That's a good point, Law.
And because also, and going back to what Sebastian, you mentioned about if you're the same rank, right? So that means one gives an order. So the same rank, you can't be like, all right, now know what? Stop that order.
No.
They have to follow through.
It makes dude, Lucci's a lower rank than Sentomaru. Sentomaru got knocked out. Lucci was able to give orders. Why would the same rank not be? That doesn't make sense.
So this is where it's weird too, because it brings in that Kobe fact, where Kobe had to tell the Seraphims what to do.
Yeah.
Who was in charge? Kamikaze, who was like.
Well, he was frozen at the time.
No, before he was frozen. Yamakaji or Kamikaze? Yamakaji is a higher rank than I would say that Kobe is, even though they might just be the same hierarchy within the command protocol. It's like, I would still think that if they weren't listening to Kobe and he was the first one to talk to them, then Yamakaji would tell them something.
I would feel you. Kobe is a member of Sword. That's the only thing. Like maybe he has a
Bro, they don't
deeper
know that,
connection. Vegapunk does. He's the one that makes the control. You know what I mean? The
No, he
command
doesn't know.
control.
He doesn't know about Sword.
Yes, he does. I would assume.
No, he knows about the CP0 from what we know. He knows about the revs. There's been no mention of Sword. The only thing that you brought up was the fact that he was probably talking to Drake. So you were like, he's in cahoots with Sword.
That was wrong.
Yeah.
But probably.
No,
My bad, Lawrence.
no, go ahead. Because look, to me, it's like the reason why I'm bringing this up. Because if you check the old pacifistas, the ones that look exactly like Kuma, even if the Shinchi Bukai, they would register them as allies. We saw it during the war.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
They would be like, wait, hold on, no, that's Bo Hancock. Like they would shut down an attack. Yet these Seraphim will see their own satellite.
It's a plot hole.
No,
Yeah.
It's officially a plot hole.
No. It can't be. No, well, the same authority command telling which one can have authority over the other, and it can. That's weird. But the Kumas that we were seeing, the pacifistas, we'll just call them version 1s.
Yeah.
Those version 1s were just robots.
Yeah.
Overall, they were specifically programmed where these people are technically cyborgs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like Kuma's an actual cyborg because he's an
that's
actual
true.
person.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But that's the difference between the two.
All right. Not a plot hole.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say that's not a plot hole. The Shanks losing his arm is a plot hole.
Forever. Forever.
Because I'm just bringing out as like, to me, like, all right, yeah, they have some humanity left in them. But the thing is, like, so I guess either Vegapunk, you didn't put that safeguard in these new versions versus the older ones where, like, they could read Shinchi Bukai as allies and literally stop attacking, you know? Because she stood in front of Luffy and it stopped attacking. Oh, no, that's an ally, right? It was able to identify, all right, this is this pirate, this is this pirate. Where these new ones, as soon as they have an order, if you conflict with that order, it seems like they just ready. Because like what I know is that the star in their eye, from what I determined, that's when they're in the kill mode. They're going to kill whatever they see. Because every time we see the star is when they're about to attack a person, right? And they lock eyes on it. Their eyes switch. We saw it with Nami, Jinbei versus the shark Seraphim against Nami Star. This one. So when it locks on when it's going to kill a person or a thing like that, it gets stars in their eyes. So it's like it's not registering. To me, it's like Vegapunk should have like, all right, it sees me. Even if they give an order, this is an ally. You know, only like a top one should be able to override it, not someone lower. At the very least, not someone the same rank or lower rank as you.
Maybe that's the case for himself.
Like,
But not the satellites, but
you mean
for
like the stellar body or
Yeah,
something?
maybe just for the main body.
Maybe.
But I mean, that's just me trying to make it make sense because Vegapunk wildin', bro.
Yeah, because to me it's like you gotta you always safeguard yourself with your creation if you're gonna make it, because he's proud of his creation, you know. And it's just weird that like going back to like the Stussy thing, to me, this is a kind of a plot hole. Or like, all right, Vegapunk, Rob Lucci gave an order. Someone with the same rank should at least be able to take control of that order, but like, you know what, stop it for now.
Right.
Like, take a break or like something. So if she can't, that means they have to follow through that order no matter what until that order's done.
Yeah, like
then
say there's never another command of higher authority that you just have to go through. That makes no sense.
To me, I'm like, that's crazy. You know, like that to me that's actually less control.
Yo, maybe it was Cap.
What?
Maybe it was Cap. You know how they got the traitor or whatever inside of the thing? Maybe it was Cap.
I don't know. Like maybe, but yeah. So going on from there, and then I was thinking the same thing with Zoro's comment about which one, because at the time we see Jinbei and we see Kuma in a way, but we all think like, you know, he's probably talking about, because we always wanted to see Zoro's reaction to the Hawk, the Hawk, right, Seraphim, and then his comment about saying how now that I get a better look at you, you're more human than him. Obviously, he has to be talking about Mihawk, right? The only thing I think of is like, you know how Mihawk's kind of like very emotionless, just very serious all the time, and doesn't really react to much. Or you have this Seraphim reacting to being black.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Appreciate it. Right? Is how Mihawk wouldn't react towards that, and I guess he probably said something where Mihawk's probably, I don't say more cutthroat, but it's just like he's very serious, so he could see it's more of a. But I think it's because they're young, because we saw the young, the snake one react to like Jinbei saying something to her, like saying thank you. So I think it's more because they're young, why they have more reaction. And him sweating, and Lana pointed out too, that Zoro handled this better than Blackbeard did, right? And I was like, I mean, we don't know the size of the attack that he did against Blackbeard. This one, they could be different, like level. But they are the same, if you look for how they handled it, Zoro took it on way easier than Blackbeard did. Like Blackbeard almost panicked and then whipped out like his ability, and Zoro just like simply just blocked it and kept it there, So it's like so if that's it looked like he handled the Seraphim better than Blackbeard did. But Zoro shows to handle these situations better, where Blackbeard tends to kind of like panic or freak out. That's part of his character. So it could be that also. He kind of tends to be arrogant and then, not handle things correctly by like with the over expression of himself. And then Sanji swooping running time, that's typical Sanji, how fast he is and how he's able to move like that to me. And like you said, he didn't really simp out towards her, even though he was simping all earlier he was against Layla, but this time he chose not to. And what's weird, he's not even in the next panel. So I don't even know what happened with that. Maybe Oda just forgot to draw Sanji in that character here.
He didn't feel like drawing it.
Yeah, and then now we get to more people added to the ship, and then where Vegapunk left to. I agree with Sebastian. It kind of seemed like he disappeared. And if he disappeared, most likely Bonnie disappeared. It could be activated through what Bonnie did after she got the memory bubble from Kuma, Or, because that machine seemed to be going off anyway. Maybe there's a time thing. Or maybe Bonnie did something once she got all those memories back, took Vegapunk someplace. Or knows that, for all we know, Bonnie got that information knowing that her father, Kuma, is going to where he's going now. Like, that was probably his memory. He was going to do this. So she's like, taking Vegapunk, we're going to where my dad is now, Mary Jolis. It could be that she moved him to we're going there now. It could be that as well. That's what I thought. That's what I got. What you got, Larry?
It was cool. I mean, if it is confirmed that Stussy is the guy that, whoever was on the opposite end of that Dendenmushi that Vegapunk called on, I don't know how she got past, like, Lucci and Kaku.
Yeah.
But they were fighting.
Okay.
So that might be possible.
That's true.
I think it was very lackluster, the Zoro versus the S-Hawk. I think a lot of people in the community were looking forward to this because this is like the future of Zoro's end goal ambition and what he's going to accomplish. And this is like the beforehand
teaser
imaginary fight that we're all suspecting that's going to happen. And when I saw it, I was kind of like, it didn't hit the way I wanted it to hit. Even though it was cool and it's what I wanted, it didn't hit necessarily the way I wanted it to hit. I wanted it kind of to be more driven and focused on these two, even though I know there was a lot in this chapter that needed to be go over. So when I saw it, I was like, shout out to Lilith. She caked out, bro. I'm sorry. that was crazy. That was crazy. I'm looking at this like, yo, what? I'm reading this with Chestnut live, and I'm like, yo, Chestnut, you seeing this? I was like, she double cheeked up on a Tuesday.
Tuesday, bro.
Yo, it was crazy. Well, I will say this, because it does come into play where Blackbeard did get attacked by the S-Hawk. The S-Hawk was holding the sword with one hand before it attacked. We don't see it swing with two hands, but we can assume that it was swung with two hands. But it also cut the mountain behind Blackbeard after he blocked it. And then immediately after he blocked it, his face was shown like in shock still. And then he went into black hole. Yeah. So he immediately did his devil fruit. And then afterwards, we heard that the Seraphim was untouched. There was no scars, nothing. There was no scratches, nothing. And then we see here that Zoro literally, while the Mihawk is mid-swing, cutting laboratories in half. So we don't know the scale of the attack, right? But we do know that if there's anything happening, he's attacking at the same strength level as anything else, like that he's ever done. So I'm just gonna assume that this isn't a weak or slash. I'm gonna assume like this is an attack that's meant to cut something in half, no matter what it is. And that's what happened. And Zoro came in. He only used two swords and blocked it. Not only that, when you look at the page, he definitely does push the S-Hawk back in comparison to him being pushed back. So I've always said this, that the hype around Blackbeard is he's going to be endgame villain. And I think that's totally appropriate. I agree with everybody on that front end. But as I've always said consistently, where is he at right now? And I don't think that he's at that level just yet. But I do think that in the more fights he gets into, the more likely he's going to reach that level we're all thinking he's going to be at. So did Zoro handle the S-Hawk better than Blackbeard did? 1,000%. I think so. And I think that this is attributed to Zoro as well because he's not struggling. He's also happy about it. And he's looking forward to fighting this guy even more. So he's not panicking the way Blackbeard was, right? He's not going to his ultimate move and putting on the bandana and putting the sword in his mouth and going, all right, let me go Ashura. He's not doing any of that. But we know that Black Hole happens to be an important attack from Blackbeard. That's one of his main things. And if there's no Devil Fruit, he's never going to do Black Vortex. So the only time he ever uses the Yami Yami is when he's struggling. So when he fought against Law, he used his Gura Gura, right? But that was because the fight was just starting and he needed some range. He wasn't on the ground yet either. So it's like, now that he was on the ground with Law and then he lost his clash with Law, he went into Yami Yami mode, which is the panic button. So this is what I always try to tell people, like, listen, Blackbeard's gonna get there. Be patient, but don't put him there just yet. There's no reason to. There's nothing to evaluate and say, yes, he's there. So would I say Zoro over Blackbeard right now? I would say so, yeah. I think Zoro over Blackbeard, and he has enough proven to say that he would be. This, like, again, Blackbeard's not Whitebeard with the Gura Gura.
That's true.
I think a lot of people get that mixed up where they're like, well, he did a move like Whitebeard, so why isn't he Whitebeard? And I'm like, yo, he doesn't have the Whitebeard attributes. He doesn't have the complete knowledge of the Devil Fruit itself. And this is where the awakenings come in and people try to downplay, like, you know, Devil Fruits needing no time in order to awaken because Lucci and Kaku did it. But then we turned out that that's honestly the worst part of Egghead so far. It's because it doesn't necessarily follow the other Devil Fruit members that we have that have kind of awakened their Devil Fruit. And the only person we don't know that awakened their Devil Fruit when they were young or had their Devil Fruit since they were younger was Kid. You know? Don't know. So Zoro looks impressive. That's all I'm gonna say. And then when it comes to, you know, Lilith, I think a lot of people like Sebastian were saying that she might have been the person to betray the satellites. After her finding out that she's happy that Edison didn't die, I'm more on board now that Shaka's the actual the traitor.
Shaka's suspect, bro.
Yeah. And listen, Kid Hawk is as big as Zoro.
He's a little taller, if I remember.
And I think that this S-Shark is bigger than Jinbei. And I think the Kuma that we're seeing is not as big as Kuma just yet. But because Kuma's a huge person. Yeah, but these guys are completely huge. And then I don't have anything on the I think literally they're in a room. Vegapunk and
like they're locked
Bonnie,
in that room?
they're in the room right now, and that's why they can't find them. What bothers me a little bit is like the observation hockey aspect of the show sometimes seems to be on and off. Like, I know that Luffy has to turn it on, but, like, people like Rayleigh was able to dictate what was on the island. And I don't think Egghead is as big as the island with the animals, right? I think that Luffy is at a point where, like, he should be able to detect anybody on the island or near the island because his observation hockey suggests that he should be able to do such things. So if he can't tell where Vegapunk or Bonnie is, I feel like that's a little inconsistency on Oda's part, but that's okay. I'm not trying to like downplay it.
Yeah. I wouldn't like if Luffy specifically was walking around super omniscient all the time. Like,
well,
I'm able to just see it. Yeah, he could turn it on.
Yeah, just turn it on.
That's why I said I think it's something different. Like, I don't think they're like they either went somewhere, something happened, where it's not just like, oh, maybe they're just locked in a room or something. Like, the way it's narrated makes me believe that there's something more to that.
No, but to that point where, for example, and you're right about the observation thing, because even before Luffy got Future Sight, we think back at Fishman Island, while they're having the banquet, right? Gar was down. Luffy sensed Karibo about to take Shirahoshi.
Yeah.
He was like, he woke up, I think Zoro was like, hey guys, you guys feel that? You guys sense that? And they're like, yeah, we do. It was like, it feels like a wild beast is in here.
Yeah, you know what's crazy too? That happened, but when we were going to Egghead, they didn't sense him on the ship. That's what I'm saying. Like, observation sometimes has. He was in the barrel.
Yeah, but they put him there.
Yeah, they knew he was there.
Did they know he was there?
Yeah, when he popped up later, it was like, yo, we agreed to take you here because you gave Luffy the food.
Oh, I forgot.
Zoro was like, yeah, but now you can go.
I mean, that was like what, chapter 1050?
Yeah, no, I'm not mad at you for getting it.
Yeah, my bad. That's like 13, 20 weeks ago.
I forgot about that part until Sebastian just brought it up.
Yeah, all right, so that's my only thing. But other than that, I thought it was cool. Let's get into super chats though.
And
then we'll do a sponsor, Marv.
Yeah, we got a 9-month membership to 𝙏𝙗𝙪𝙢𝙗 status from Jordan Rothke. I hope I'm saying that right, because I never say the last name. I hope it's Rothke.
Yeah.
It says, yo, much love to you all. Like always, every month, give me something great to look forward to every week. Hashtag all y'all have great takes.
Hey. Thank you for being a member.
Yeah, it was Jordan Rothke.
Thank you for being a Yonko, by the way.
Man.
We have a couple Yonkos for memberships on YouTube, so thank you.
Enjoy the emotes that come with Yonko status.
Yeah.
Parvish is in the chat.
Oh, we got Par in here. What up, Par? We got a $5 super chat from Edwin C. It says, yo, guys, keep doing y'all thing. Let's go for another 5K subs. Well deserved. Are you guys excited for the One Piece live action? Gang gang, hashtag buggy gang, hashtag TOPT. I'm still excited for it. The sandal thing kind of got me a little mellowed on it, but I think it looks good. Like,
yeah, we spoke about it earlier, but Luffy's wearing Capri Suns and UGG loafers. Capri Suns. Capri. He's wearing capris
I'm gonna tell
and UGG loafers.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I don't know why I said Capri Suns.
I feel like y'all Buggy fans are gonna hate the live action.
The Buggy fans?
They're not gonna do Buggy justice. They're gonna make Buggy look crazy.
Buggy's gonna. I can't comment.
Yeah,
I don't
Buggy.
know
I can only go. Buggy gonna look like a fool.
He gonna look like Larry. Larry was walking around with the Buggy costume. That's what he gonna look like. We got another $2 from Benjamin Figueroa. It says Zoro was a little too happy to see Black Mihawk. Yo, you want smile?
You know what it is too? Oda did this right before Black History Month. Just FYI. Right before Black History Month, bro.
Oh, I'm dead, man.
Yo, if he defeats 𝑆_Hawk in Black History Month, it just keeps adding, bro.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you, bro.
Hey, man. He didn't hurt him, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
He didn't hurt him, right?
Oda got an agenda, bro.
He about to go drinking with 𝑆_Hawk. Watch. We about to see that.
Watch, bro.
He said, what are these things? You feel me? He don't even recognize them as normal humans.
He called them more human than Mihawk, who is.
Yo, bro, he said, explain these to me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
This? What is this?
I don't know, man.
Too many out here.
What fountain they drinking on?
That's not.
Yesterday he was at the first snowman with black.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
We got another $2 from Strahd. It says W Boom Boom Beats, baby. I don't even know what that. Oh, we were talking about the songs from back then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, man. We got another $2 from Ryunosuke. It says, yo, guys, what's up?
What's up, Ryunosuke?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, Ryunosuke recently said that he has successfully done something special with like public speaking that's helped him do something amazing in his life. And it was because he joined like our Davy Bag fights, and he was like, yo, it helped him a lot. So
listen. W's to Ryunosuke in the chat.
Yeah, can we get W's?
Yo, Ryunosuke be in that DDT debating hard, bro.
Yeah.
He be coming with facts, notes, receipts, chapter numbers, everything.
Yeah.
Love Ryunosuke for that, man. But
yeah, W's for Ryunosuke, man.
We got another $5 from Evan S. It says, is Vegapunk the captain of the moon people that Enel found because their flag looks like Vegapunk's head? I listen to y'all on Spotify at work. Love y'all. Hey, man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate that.
Keep being distracted at work. We love you.
Yeah, don't get work done, bro.
No work done.
Possibility.
It's possible.
It's possibility.
Mm-hmm.
It could also be, so here's the funny thing. There's 2 periods of time within Enel's cover story. And it's clearly separated by like hundreds of years.
Right.
Those pirates and whatever they were after might have been alive during a time when Enel wasn't there. We just don't know. It's too it's something to theorize, but like there's a lot of possibilities. It could even be like a previous user of the devil fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we know it's a devil fruit now. if it wasn't a devil fruit and his head was just naturally that big, then I'd be like, it's either through his ancestry or just him overall.
So the thing about that too is that like there's other people who have large heads and long ears and stuff. Like
Not like his though. Not like his.
I gotta look at the what the cover page looks like again.
Well, it's
because Fukurokuju or whatever his name is, his head is super long in that light. You know what I'm saying? Where like he's not eating a devil fruit. He's just like that. His head is just like that, and he grew like that over time. You know what I mean? The same way, like we saw him 20 years ago, his head was normal size or relatively normal size. It got larger and larger.
That's true. That's true.
So I don't know. I don't know. I didn't think that, but like I think with Vegapunk anything is possible.
Fukurokuju.
Yeah. With Vegapunk anything is possible.
Yeah.
He has so much knowledge. He's read so much. He could have straight up went to the moon and impacted those people before Enel even got there and came back down. Like we don't know.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know. We got another $2 from Jacob Tiffany. It says, sending love. Y'all the best out right now. I love hearing that. Hey. I do not like seeing the next part of the super chat, which is hashtag Seb for Big Mom. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Imagine you, bro. Polka dotted dress.
Hey.
Listen. I hate Big Mom so much.
Big Mama house, and I'm stopping.
It wouldn't look like Big Mama house, bro.
With Martin Lawrence, Big Mama house.
Oh man, we got another $5 super chat from Luffy needs to try some booty meat. It says, "Oh yeah, I meant to ask a while ago. Do y'all think Vegapunk will give Frankie a power up and we'll get a Frankenstein moment?"
I think we talked about this before.
Yeah.
We would like to see it.
Yeah.
I think that was the general consensus. We would have liked to seen it.
Yeah. I don't know if he actually gets a straight up power up. I think he does, personally. Like
we hope so. So
you know what it is? I have high expectations for Frankie, and it's like he's already beaten Toby Ropo's no power up. Like he didn't even power up in that fight. So if he powers up again, he's reaching near commander level. No,
I mean
that with hockey, then
some hockey. Bro.
I mean, listen. You know,
I don't know if I want Frankie.
Wano was written terribly, so.
I can see Frankie with hockey.
Oh yeah. I think Frankie.
If he gets that power up in hockey, then he'll be able to.
Dude, after Chapopa, I was like, yo, he should have hockey. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
we got like Jack level should be alright.
By the way, his name is Fukuro.
It's not Fukurokuju?
No.
Oh, Fukuro. Oh, you talking about Chapapa?
Yeah,
okay.
Chapapa. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We call him Chapapa.
I'm gonna call him Chapapa.
Yeah, we've been calling him Chapapa from now on. That was my guy, bro.
Yeah. Oh man. But
you think he had a devil fruit? He had a zipper mouth.
He had a zipper mouth.
It had me like he had a zipper mouth, but still told everyone's secrets. Like everyone wanted it. I can't.
1-7 goated, bro.
Yeah, it is. It's up there, bro. We got gifted membership from Evan S. Thank you so much, Evan.
Thank
I
you
think
for
Toby
gifting
got it.
somebody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Toby better appreciate. No, I'm playing. Oh man. We got another $2 from Yonosuke. It says Zoro handled it better than Blackbeard because Blackbeard's a bum. Blackbeard not a bum, yo. Zoro. I put a poll in the chat. Zoro versus Blackbeard, and Zoro's winning.
As he should.
I feel like Zoro wins any poll.
Listen, it's not even about favoritism. It's just by logical sense of like what it is. If you go by narration, you're always gonna choose Blackbeard. But then if I go by narration, then Luffy's stronger than Blackbeard no matter what because he's gonna beat him.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm,
so pick your poison: narration or right now.
Narration. Well, narrative, whatever. I think we have a couple more sitting. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get to them. Gotta scroll. $2 from Ryunosuke. It says, it's a gag that always seem to forget about him. I don't know who they're talking about. There must have been something in the chat. Or was something that we were talking about.
Probably something we were talking about.
They always seem to forget.
Oh, Karibo. They forgot about Karibo.
Karibo.
Sorry. We got another $2 from the Odd Advantage. It says, Blackbeard being Zebek clone fits into Larry's theory. I like Larry's theory better.
Yeah. But I like the devil fruit thing better.
Yeah, I think I like
Not the clone, though. If it's a clone, bro, I'm going to tear my hair out.
With Blackbeard having,
exactly.
With Blackbeard having Zebek's fruit ability?
His ability would be cool, but like even then, it's just like he's not a really.
I kind of hope he's like Roger.
I hate talking about Blackbeard.
I hope Rocks didn't have an ability like Roger.
Yeah, I mean we agreed on that too.
Yeah, I don't want Rocks to have an ability. If hockey's supposed to be what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got another $2 from Jacob Tiffany. It says, "Yo, Larry, where do I become a member? Larry, you can give some instruction on that. I think somebody else did in the chat already.
Yeah, so if you look at the video that you're watching, I think there's like a membership button that you could push. If not, Strahd, can you help him out with that, please, if you're there? Or Chris, because I know Chris is there too.
Yeah, he said thank you afterward. I'm pretty sure they all...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we appreciate it, Mods.
Yeah, thank you.
Or whoever.
Thank you, guys.
We got another $15 super chat from Shandi Wandi. It says, got here late. Hope you boys been well. Lots of love. #Buggy Gang.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Shandi.
You guys are so sweet, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. There was a lot of W's in the chat for Inosuke. I love that. We got another $5 from Luffy needs to try some booty meat. Man, keeping it up today. It says, Swamp Boy may have absorbed Bonnie and Vegapunk with his devil fruit. Does it make sense? Nope, but it is One Piece. That actually is a solid guess.
So I'll tell you one thing. If Vegapunk is able to use the quantum mechanics of his devil fruit, which he probably has 2 devil fruits or something like that, I think that even if he did get swallowed up, he would be able to escape because he's been able to travel through things already, like the robot he came out of. So I think that's, even if he tried, like, he'd be able to get out. Bonnie would probably stay stuck.
Yeah. He wouldn't leave her stuck there. But listen, if this opens up a possibility for Carrot to come out, I'm with it. I'm with it.
Nah.
Always with it.
But
Carrot, dog. Carrot Gang, still, to this day.
But I think Luffy would have sunset like he did on Fishman Island.
Listen, plot is plot.
I mean, he ain't sensing anything.
I don't know. I think something else happened, but yeah.
Yo, shout out to Jacob Tiffany. He actively became a member of Yonko.
Thank you so much for becoming a Yonko member.
Yeah, man. Listen, W's for Jacob Tiffany. In the chat.
Listen, all this goes literally to the show. So, thank you guys so much.
All right. And we got another $2 super chat from Evan S. It says, what wins, Quake or Paul? And what Logia would you pick? I think who wins comes down to who has the fruits.
Well, it depends, right? So, like, this is where it gets a little complicated with devil fruits, where, like, if you instill your own haki into it, you can probably overpower another devil fruit user. And I think that when we saw the Akainu versus Aokiji aftermath of their battle, it was split in 2. This is why I never put Aokiji or Akainu technically one over the other, even though I think Akainu's stronger because he won. I think that they're literally like the same strength to a degree. And I think that proves it as well. Because if it was so, then we would have seen something like how if we saw Doflamingo versus Katakuri, and they both did their awakenings where they manipulated their areas, I would think that, you know, Katakuri has stronger Conqueror's haki to a degree, so it would overpower more of the area than it would for Doflamingo. So I think it works the same way with Paramecia, right? So it would work with, like, you know, you have the earthquake, and it sends, you know, the quake at you, but then Kuma's the reflection is like, oh, well, naturally, I'm going to repel this back at you. But since I have haki, it makes it a little bit more easier now. Yeah. Where, like, Blackbeard, if his haki is stronger, he might be able to push through the repellent.
Yeah, I agree with you. Because to me, it's like, that's why I said it comes down to who has the fruits. Because I love the versatility of the paw fruit way more than just, like, if it's just for me, I'd rather have the paw fruit than the quake fruit. But if I'm fighting somebody, you know what I mean? I'd rather, like,
especially a large area.
Yeah,
because it's like an expansion attack for the quake fruit. That's why it was so devastating to Marineford, right? Because he could literally just send tidal waves, so he doesn't even have to be near you. That's what makes that devil fruit so dangerous.
Yeah. What about you, Lo? And I said, what Logia would you pick? I know Larry's probably going.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fire or the lightning.
Well,
we can't do this with Lawrence, bro. He's gonna take forever. No. Let's just read the next super chat, bro. It's gonna take forever.
Oh man, we got another $2 from the Odd Advantage. It says not enough in the budget for both the CGI twins. Oh man, apparently not. We got another super chat from Mike Super 17, $2. It says Stussy set tripping and damn Seb hit Larry with a question. I think that was in regards to his original super chat as to whether or not he actually said the things that you said he said.
Yeah.
Apparently he said it.
And then Strahd's the last one, right?
Yeah. And we got one more from Strahd. Thank you so much, guys. It says Aokiji lost a leg because he didn't like the stream.
All right. Thank you guys for all the super chats. We're going to get into the sponsorship. Let's hit it, Marv. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Have you been struggling lately? Maybe you're having trouble sleeping, difficulty with a relationship, or just struggling from low self-esteem. Listen, I've been there. We've been there. If so, then today's BetterHelp wants to help you. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. Talk to your therapist in a private, online environment at your own convenience. There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire, simple as that, to help assess your specific needs. And then you get matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Then you schedule a secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages and everything you share is completely confidential. I happened to sign up at one point regarding my confidence issues. Next thing you know, my confidence issues are not issues anymore. I'm doing pretty well in that area. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. Special offer goes out to all that One Piece Talk listeners. You get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/TOPT. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TOPT. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode. Are we live?
We live.
All right, we're back.
Right.
Hello. Thank you guys for sticking around through half of the show. Once you get through those super chats, we have 2 more questions, and then we're going to try to get to phone calls, okay? Just giving you guys the heads up. So thank you for being here. If you haven't liked the stream as well, please like the stream.
Please like it. I saw like 5 likes there.
So we go to Sphinx Island, Whitebeard's home. We see some kids complaining to Marco that during his absence, since he was at Wano, some Marines came to the island demanding they get Whitebeard's treasure. They were devious Marines and were going to kill us until Weevil showed up and obliterated them. But during the exchange, he was subdued by Admiral Green Bull, aka Ryokugyu. Marco's happy everyone is all right. Then we see an old lady by the name of Miss Bucking who demands that Marco get her son back and to hand over Whitebeard's treasure. She starts to cry because Weevil was protecting his father's village. Then she yells at Marco about his disbelief in Weevil being Whitebeard's father, so Miss Bucking tells Marco that the only person who can prove it is actually Vegapunk himself. Then we'll go to Law. What did you think, Law?
Honestly, I was shocked that Weevil was I'm just gonna skip right into it. Protecting the island, because it kind of seemed like he was more selfish. Because to me, it's like, if you're really Whitebeard's son, why are you attacking his comrades? You know. But now you're protecting his homeland for his people. So I'm like, you kind of have me confused here. And to me, I held Weevil pretty strong, but I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie, but then it does make sense. Because now you're shooting back up Green Bull. I guess Oda realized how much people try to downplay him because of what happened in the Shanks thing. But he wanted a 1v1 versus Weevil, like shut him down, and he captured him, beat him, and captured him. And now it's like, so we know that Weevil is not Admiral level in a way, or I mean, it just gives more credit to Green Bull's strength, because they're talking about, because what Zoro said is that Weevil was showing in a way Whitebeard in his youth, you know. So how you want to take Whitebeard in his youth is, you got to think of a young Whitebeard, you know, like, for example, I guess, like, how I like to think of it, take Luffy without Gear 5th, because now Gear 5th is like some extra crazy nonsense that Luffy is. So like Luffy in Gear like 4 and stuff like that, Bowman, is what I think, compared to Luffy, as in he's like, because Luffy's only 19, give Luffy like 39 years old in his prime. Mm-hmm. Luffy in his youth, you can kind of accolade to like Luffy now, as an example. You know, I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that's how I was thinking. Like, because we're thinking like Luffy versus Weevil now. You know,
I feel like me and Larry both don't agree on you on that one.
You think? Because like Whitebeard in his youth, so you think Luffy's stronger than Whitebeard?
You done, man? Because you saying a whole lot of nonsense.
I know that nonsense. I'm just trying to. I'm using this as an example. Luffy's in his youth now. He's only 19. That's why I didn't take Luffy in whatchamacallit, in Gear 5th, but Gear Bowman, right? Because Luffy Bowman is not Yonko level. right? So like going before that, but Luffy still is only 19. Just using examples of where you could gauge it, because Luffy should be way stronger when he gets older. That's what I'm saying. Like Luffy compared to when he reaches 39, you know, there should be a big difference in strength. It better be. Like I would be disappointed if there wasn't, you know. So I was using that as an example, and then Greenbow winning that as that bad showing against Shanks, where you got completely shut down, gives a little more credit because Kizaru's the one that hyped up Weevil, who's another admiral and a high level admiral in Kizaru. To me, what I'm saying sounds reasonable. It doesn't sound too far-fetched. All right? Because Luffy's still in his youth. Luffy's not in his prime. All right.
It's your take, bro. You stand on it.
I do stand on it. Luffy's still in his youth. There should be a difference in strength.
Yeah.
Especially I saw that one clip. Granted, it was filler, so I obviously throw it out the window. But I saw Luffy in that clip. I was supposed to show you guys. I didn't show it. Where in the anime, it was never released by Oda, but it was a movie where Luffy went gear forth against Kizaru, right, with Law, and they didn't. Eventually, they pushed him back because they were tired because they were fighting each other. But in the beginning, they didn't move Kizaru at all.
Now he bringing in non-canon material.
Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness, I can't with you.
Yeah, this is.
It's like I don't even want to listen when I'm trying to solve you.
Yeah, this is a crazy take,
How's this a crazy take?
bro. The village the ground ain't even messed up.
So that means this dude got shut down.
But that just means he ain't Whitebeard. Like, you gotta understand, like that's a white. Like you can say Whitebeard youth, cool, bro. As a child,
That's not youth. That's
what you mean? That's not youth. That's youth.
you really think
When they rate foods or like programs to watch, they go child and then they go youth plus 12, bro. Like
No.
there's clearly youth.
But I'm talking about obviously what Kizaru
They
said.
ain't say prime. They ain't say anything
Yeah, but
like
I'm
that.
talking about what Kizaru said. Kizaru obviously wasn't talking
Bro,
about Whitebeard when he was
looking-
like freaking 7.
Bro, I'm looking at the panel. That grass is untouched. The village buildings is kept well. There's a Ferris wheel I think I saw that's running good. Bro, that island
You said
has
Ferris wheel?
no awakening from Green Bull the way he was walking on Wano. There's no higher grass. There's no the village looks exactly how Marco left it.
One, there's
said a
no
Ferris
guarantee
wheel.
that he went awakened when he went to Wano.
He's saying he didn't. There's some flowers here.
Those flowers are already there.
I don't know. I don't know, bro. That's after.
Either way, what I'm trying to say is like one, Whitebeard in his youth, we're not gonna expect him to be fighting admirals.
You know, this is the same thing that happened at dinner when we went with Par and everybody.
Youths.
When we talked to Mosh, and he was saying that the youth aspect generally just makes it seem like Whitebeard just joined the Rocks Pirates. Like, no, bro. We know Whitebeard's the real deal. We know what he's capable of, even at his old age when he was about to wither away. And we're saying that right now, Weevil reminds y'all of him in his youth. Whitebeard in his youth not getting subdued like that to Green Bull. We saw Momonosuke put him into a sapling, bro.
You really think Momo did real damage to Green Bull?
I saw him go out of his human form and turn into a stick.
What?
All right?
I can't. Bro.
But continue, bro. Continue, bro. Till you finish, man.
With Kaido's ability wise, and I can't. Because I'm going by you. You're acting like I'm saying a different thing when you use fight. And this is what the show said. The manga said. Not like I made this
And they don't be
up.
lying?
Well, yes, it goes off perception wise. But this is what Kizaru said. An admiral who faced Whitebeard probably in his prime too and in his youth.
You know what's crazy? Kizaru also thought he could just pull up to Wano against 2 Yonkos and beat them.
He never said beat. He said it's pulled up. I don't know what he was thinking. I'm just saying, man. I'm just trying to give Green Bull some credit for taking out Weevil, who's supposed to be strong. Right?
That's fair.
And they're hyping up Weevil. And if we do find out, because like, what I was going to say is that, because Buckham, whatever her name is, I don't want to call her Stussy, because we already know who Stussy is.
I mean, Stussy is her name, bro.
I know, but nah. But pretty much, Miss Buchan, she's one that if you could validate the truth of Weevil's lineage, whatever, and probably looking like it's going to be a clone wise, right? I'm not saying it's his real son, but if Weevil does have Whitebeard's DNA in him, right? What are you gonna say then? When he actually has some strength of Whitebeard, and so it backs up what Kizaru's saying, that he's Whitebeard's in his youth and he still lost to Green Bull. What are you going to say then when we find out that Weevil has Whitebeard's blood in him?
That don't mean nothing.
It means he's going to have part of his strength.
No, that don't mean anything. Because you can was Big Mom's pirates? I mean, Big Mom's pirates. Was Big Mom's parents superhuman beings like she is?
Well, he's saying that if he's a clone in this way, not so much that he's the son.
Even if so,
I feel you.
Even if so, it's a matter of will and a matter of ambition.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm talking about like this. Could about like for example, you have Big
We're
Mom.
lasting way too long.
It's
on this.
always Lawrence, bro.
Big Mom,
Always.
Big Mom, and Dogtooth.
Cool, bro. That's one child out of all of them that has Conqueror's hockey.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's like, what's it? It's like Oda said it for a reason to single out Weevil to
Bro,
show.
I hate when people be like, "Yo, Oda did this for a reason or said that for a reason." When we know Oda just don't be doing it like that all the time. Like there's not a coincidence in One Piece because he actually has everything planned out most of the time. But bro, he be lying.
Oh, man.
Yo, Lawrence literally said he done with me, bro.
No, because the thing is, you guys both do this. You guys pick and choose the one to believe the narrative or to take.
That's not true.
To take.
It's totally true.
Yeah, you guys pick and choose to pick the narrative and go with the plot lines when it fits your agenda.
It's totally
you guys
true.
can throw one plot and narrative out the window and then accept the
true,
one.
Yo,
so it's like, all right.
But Law, you
guys
gotta
pick
tell
and
me
choose,
that
bro.
he really. And like he really comparable to Whitebeard? Like at any point during Whitebeard's career as a pirate, like is he going on like God Valley and he's fighting Garp and fighting Roger on par?
Yeah.
So obviously,
Like, cause that's the earliest we've ever seen of Whitebeard.
No, so we even seen him earlier than that. We saw him when he had no
beard at all.
mustache.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah.
But
like, yeah.
like if he's talking about that Whitebeard, that's not this. Like that's not some Hawks character. You get what I'm saying? Like it's Whitebeard in his youth.
See, this is what I'm saying.
It's
You act like I'm saying a Hawks character.
But Lawrence, our
Luffy
issue
in his youth is
hold on,
Luffy's 19.
hold on.
Take Whitebeard at 19.
Yo,
That's what I'm trying to
it's
say.
very possible that he could. What we're saying is, you're using this measure here, and it's like it's so vague. And then you start saying like Luffy without Gear 5th. Like Luffy was out here fighting Kaido.
Yeah.
Like solo.
He's the only
You know
character
what
in
I
this
mean?
series within 2 years
Yeah.
to not struggle against Don Krieg, but to take damage and then just immediately fight a Yonko level opponent. Like nobody else in the entire show has been able to do that.
And to quantify what I'm trying to say, the Luffy that was on the roof fighting Kaido pre-Gear 5th would definitely, in my opinion, beat that mustacheless Whitebeard that we saw in that little mini flashback.
What?
Like that's probably Whitebeard in his youth, and that guy's probably not this apex character.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
Again, this is what I said. You guys are going like Luffy's strongest version here. Like I'm going back.
Bro, you said Gear 5.
You said without Gear 5. So I
5.
give him everything but Gear 5. That's the loot. That's what I took from that, right?
Yeah.
Am I tripping? If you're talking about Luffy on Dressrosa, okay, that's a very different Luffy.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's a very different Luffy.
So you guys, but you guys are acting with all these other power-ups. I said Luffy in his youth, right? Luffy's in his youth now. So obviously talking about Gear 5th and all these other power-ups I didn't add into it. You guys the one that want to go all this crazy stuff, we're adding to Luffy this one. You now goes like thinking. Think about what I'm trying to talk about here.
Yo,
right?
but you had to phrase it better then. Because again, if you would have said Dressrosa Luffy, me and Larry probably wouldn't have
I would've been like,
reacted.
yo,
the way
that's
we reacted. You said Luffy without Gear 5th. That is, I still got Conqueror's Awakenings, like Code.
Yeah.
Like I can still have all of that. That's on Future Sight. Like, dude, I got Rio, I got everything. But I don't know. That's
I want obviously we haven't seen Weevil fight to him able to do that yet. But I want to say the point that he's taking out all of Whitebeard's crew and affiliates.
Listen, bro.
he hasn't beat anybody of note.
That grass looked as perfect as I've ever seen a baseball field.
I'm not gonna scale
I
on
don't
the
know
battlefield.
what keep
look.
saying, bro.
I'm not gonna scale on the battlefield.
If an admiral that steps on the floor and grows grass ain't everywhere on the village, I'm sorry, he
There's
ain't
a lot
struggled
of
that much.
greenery, bro.
Yo, for all I know, he's super dumb anyway. Green Bull probably has like some gas attack that he could have just put Weevil to sleep.
Yo,
It's possible
well,
it wasn't
know,
an
he
extreme
grew
fight.
the
Yeah, you
grass.
know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Like,
well, we know he
there would be
grew the
much more
grass.
damage. We've seen admirals fight, Lawrence.
What's up? Are you? Because I'll give my take real quick. And we can go on. Because we got to get to the big juicy part of the chapter. All right. One, it's always good to see Marco. Always good to see Marco. I love those two little kids.
Yeah.
I love when I see future pirates in One Piece. Them two kids are going to be pirates.
They ain't gonna be nothing,
Them
bro.
whipping out that gun on the grandma and the little kid, I was like, damn, yo. Oda went dark real quick. I wasn't expecting all that. And it's funny, the one little kid that was like, "Yeah, I wasn't scared," he was the one that was mad shook. And the other one, that was pretty funny. Shout out to Weevil. Yeah. It's good to see he's a decent person, at least. Or at least for what he's trying to gain in this situation. And shout out to Green Bull, yo. Green Bull's Employee of the Month for the world government. All right, he done locked up 3 commander level
he's
people.
not.
Listen, he helped defend Mary Joa. He locking up Weevils.
He failed.
Yo. Nah, it got defended. No celestial dragons died.
No, someone got took.
Yo, he took a slave. I'm here to protect celestial dragons, bro. Y'all got us. Okay, y'all got one.
Cool, bro.
I listen. Celestials is good. Nobody died that was of relevance to my peoples. I captured king and queen. Everybody out to get Shichibukai. I'm the only one that got me one. You feel me? And Lawrence was 100% right on this aspect. Oda knew Green Bull was getting slandered in these streets, and he knew he needed a dub, and gave it to Green Bull. I don't know where this goes. I don't know that. I mean, I guess Marco's a good guy. He might go try to save Weevil, but like, if I'm Marco, I'm not doing that. I'll just be real with you. I'm not doing that. But yeah, I don't have much more to say beyond that, other than shout out to Green Bull. He's able to apparently mid to low diff Weevil.
Youthful white beard.
Listen, I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm just saying the youthful white beard. It's not a crazy thing. You know what I mean? He pirated for 40 plus years, bro.
Listen, we don't get frustrated Lawrence enough, so I appreciate it a lot. Because he literally sighed at me, bro. He literally sighed at me, bro. I don't think he sighed at me on the show before.
He said,
yeah, like he just looked the other way. Alright. So what I will say is this. The Marines always get painted badly. I do want to see some Marines that are painted in a good way of doing things. Because I think sometimes it slanders the Marines too much in the story. Like, I feel like in the series, like, the Marines might be this huge pirate gang that gained majority of the control of the world and then created, absolute justice throughout it. But sometimes there are Marines who do good, and I feel like sometimes we just don't get enough of it, bro. Yeah. Like, there's so much of these evil type of individuals within the world government. Also, the guy with the rat face is a callback, I think, to the rat guy in Arlong Park that was in cahoots with Arlong himself. You remember?
Yeah.
So that was interesting to see.
It's not him, though, right?
No, it's not him. Weevil, I really don't care about, I'm going to be honest. And I'm going to slander Marco. If that island got taken out or, like, the treasure was stolen, Marco would have took another L because he should have been there protecting like he was. Because what did he do, Lawrence? He stood on that island hiding while his brethren were getting slaughtered, but he'll leave it for people that weren't in his crew. And to come back to the treasure, he was literally not leaving because his brethren were getting slaughtered is taken away now. So his whole reason for being on the island in the first place was just BS. And it should have been a better excuse or a better reason for why he wouldn't leave.
Marco can't win, bro. He can't win with you.
No, he just can't win overall with anything.
He can't win with you, bro.
Yo, Marco should have been better. But overall, I think Vegapunk should know something about Stussy and Weevil. I think there might be some cloning process that messed up with Whitebeard's DNA.
Yeah.
I don't have much else.
Clone, bro.
I don't have anything else to add to that. But overall, guys, let's get to the final piece of this segment. We have super chats though, right?
Yeah, we have a couple super chats sitting. We have $5 from Pig Hudson. It says, "Marv's still the GOAT. Has he made it? Has he made it any farther in the story?" Marv, I'll let you tell it, man, and let the people hear you. Okay. Marv making excuses as to why he can't hear y'all. y'all can't hear him. He hasn't made it any further. He's still on Baratier. But he's in Sanji's flashback, which is cool.
I guess.
We got another super chat from Pig Hudson. It says, "Yo, Larry, get some potassium and take a deep breath. Hashtag let law talk. Hashtag Marco Mafia." Might be Larry's least favorite super chat of the day. All right. We got
I
another.
like the hashtag let law talk.
Let law talk is
Yeah,
cool.
the Marco Mafia could have just went away though.
Yeah.
We got another $2 from Terrible TJ. It says hashtag Lucci Larry has good takes. We ain't forget about Lucci Larry, bro. We got another $3 from Shandi Wandi. It says gotta let Law cook. Hashtag Law got best takes. Law got some fans today.
Yeah, he always has fans.
Mm-hmm. All right. And
Thank you.
That's
Appreciate that.
it for now. So
That's
we can
it?
go
All
to the
right.
last part of the chat.
So for the end of the chapter, we see marine ships and Kizaru is mentioned. Kizaru is asked. Someone asks Kizaru if the food and tea were first tested for poison. He says yes. Then Kizaru asks out of curiosity if this secret individual has ever met Vegapunk before, and he replies that long ago he did, but he does find this turn of events regrettable. Then we finally get one of the names of the Gorosei. The man with the white locks and the scar above his left eye, he goes by the name of Saint J. Garcia Saturn. What are your thoughts on this, guys? And we'll start with Law.
I'm actually surprised that one of the Gorosei was coming out. I did not see that coming at all. And also, too, surprised that he's saying that it's regrettable that Vegapunk, that I guess how it's going that they have to kill Vegapunk. I mean, it makes sense as in, you wouldn't want to let someone go. But in a way, that's kind of like your decision. Yeah, the one that chose it, like, we got to kill him. The one that could choose to, like, let Vegapunk live because he's been serving you guys in a way for a long time, and he said he doesn't plan on, like, going against you. So it's like, it shows, like, for example, there's relationship, I guess, that they kind of build up with Vegapunk. They're not even trying to hear him out. It was like, once you kind of learn this information, we're automatically going to kill you without even seeing you face to face to talk about it. Like, yo, we heard you looking into this. Like, seeing if you can kind of work with him or is he even an ally of you. But you just chose, no, this is send in our highest assassin agents to get the job done. But now he's going here in person. It makes me think, I'm not saying he's acting out on his own, because this is the first time we've seen any of the Gorosei not together and move out on their own. So it's like, are you moving out on your own to go see Vegapunk, and why? Because this is, again, we've never seen you, literally leave that room you're in, and you're by yourself. So it's like, what's your agenda here? And also, too, like, I guess you're going to go see Vegapunk, you're going to Egghead here. Are you, and you see all this massive fleet, so now we see Kizaru's coming. We don't know who other Amuro is coming as well, but since the Gorosei is involved, you most likely it should be at least one more, Because they kind of send one for the Celestial Dragons, but this is the Gorosei who's in a way higher up than the Celestial Dragons. So they should have sent probably another Amuro with him, It could be Green Bull or it could be Fuji with it, but we know, like, we already knew Kizaru was coming anyway. But the fact that he's acting on his own here is very, very interesting for me, because we've never seen him leave the room. They kind of just stuck in that space. And now we found out probably to serve or get the orders from, Ym.
Yeah.
Now you're leaving. It's like, I was not expecting this, so I can't wait to see what's going to happen next with how he plays into this. Because now we could possibly get confirmation here a little towards, even though he is older, so probably not so much, but due to his strength, maybe, like if he was a combatant or not. Because I always suspected they were, because, a lot of them have weapons and they have scars, like they fought, right? But they're older now, so, like, usually we showing One Piece, like, they're older now, they're not going to really do much in battle, because we see even Rayleigh and them, like, I can't do as much as I used to because my youth. So, but we able to see a little bit of their strength, because we saw with Danjin Zhao still able to even fight Luffy for a little bit. So, but to me, going to that question now, if we got the Gorosei over the Amuro to answer that one, to me now I would have to say Amuro. Like, they're way younger, they're fighting, they're closer to their prime, or are in their prime. Where these old heads, they're probably strong, and that's, it's a maybe, strong at one point, but now they're way past their prime years. So to me, for expect them to lose to an Amuro would be crazy. Yeah. But hopefully, I like to believe, because I'm always a favor of the old ones being strong, like the higher up, like being strong. So I would like to think that they are warriors and they did fight in the past, or not that they fought in the war, because I don't know how old they are, but they could be, for example, what was it, Chopper's human mom, so to speak, was like 110, 112, like pre-time skip, so she's like 100 and whatever. They could be over 100 too in the same aspect as well, which I'm hoping they have some years on them. But yeah.
You, Seb?
Yeah, I thought it was fire, and I was like disappointed in us as a community, 'Cause I don't think anybody said that a Gorosei member was coming, and it should have been obvious because they talked. I talked about it on the stream before. They keep talking about the command chips and how the Gorosei are the highest authority on that ladder. So like, were we gonna go through an entire arc where Vegapunk, an ally, has the #1 control of that Hawks' thing? Like, I didn't see that. Like, so. I don't know why we didn't predict a Gorosei was coming. I'm upset with myself. I'm upset with the community as a whole. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I love it as a a plot development. I absolutely love it. We finally get to see what the hell the Gorosei are doing. There's so many theories going around with their names, whether because the connection to each of the planets in the solar system. Luffy being the sun god, his name is Saturn. Pluton, Uranus, Poseidon, like all the other names of these planets that correlate to the other planets in the solar system. I like that. Where we could be going with that, it could be nothing. They were saying that that Blackbeard is the black hole that they're not expecting. I like that too. So this is really interesting. I like that they had them testing it for poison. So like they know that people don't mess with them. You know what I mean? Like they're actively like knowledgeable of that fact. So it's like they got to test for poison and stuff. Like that's just cool. Like I like that phrasing where it's like I'm this dignitary, I'm this important person, but like I know that the people below me don't mess with me. And maybe we're starting to see to answer the question. I still do have admirals over the Gorosei, but I do think they have some potential planetary abilities or some potential Hawks capability that they can do. Yeah. But I just don't think it's like, oh, I can just fight. You know what I mean? Like similar to how we saw whatever ʍ did to destroy Leloucia. It's like maybe they each have some crazy ability, but like they can't just bang. Like if Kizaru wanted to, he could take this dude out. But like he could do something crazy that could change the makeup of a map or makeup of a battlefield. So I'm excited to see it, mostly because he can straight up change the trajectory of what Egghead's looking like. Yeah. Like the Seraphim are not going to be allies for long if this is coming. And beyond that, I just love when Luffy does things that the newspaper goes, oh my freaking God, like I can't believe he did that. And if I last week was a part of the taking down of Ťuyanko and then this week we killed a Gorosei member, bruh, that's the kind of stuff I want to see. I want to see the world react to like, yo, Luffy did that. Like, he's wild. Obviously, Luffy wouldn't just kill the dude, but like, if this dude goes out, if he gets taken out, and this is something, and I'll pass to you after this, Larry, that Par was talking about. Yo, Dragon, if there's ever a time to act, bro, if you get word back that one of the Gorosei members is on Egghead, pull up! Pull up, bro. This is your time. This is the time. If ever was a time to pull up and act, it's now. But that's all.
But that's assuming that he wants war, though.
They just declared war. That was the whole thing. Go over here and declare war on the world government and freaking get Kuma back. They declared war.
That's what Sabo did.
Bro, what are you talking about, Laura? That's his mans. That he ordered him to do that.
I don't know. Remember, he was upset about something.
Listen, man. If Dragon don't act, fraudulent, yo. Fraudulent. And I know he in my top 5.
Oh, he fraudulent.
Yo, Dragon, do something, man.
It's crazy.
I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you.
Once narration gets taken out, people just switch sides. It's so crazy.
Listen, I'm rooting for you, Dragon. Do something.
Wow.
Do something.
Yeah. Pretty cool. The fact that he has to test food for poison is wild, especially being that high up. I noticed that since we have the 5 elders, they were first named like the 5 elder stars, and now this guy's name is Saturn. There's I know that Weevil came up with a planet theory regarding the elders at one point like a year ago, and it's coming to fruition, so shout out to him. And basically, it does put into perspective of like these guys being like within the solar system. It also makes the world government flag a little bit more symbolized in planets because it's 5 circles, 5 elders. Their names might be after stars. I started to notice that the world government sort of acts like a Catholic religion to the, I don't know what it is in Rome, but they have a pope, right? And the pope has what on his head? A weird hat. And we saw emo, right? And then we have like these Saint J. Garcias and these saints. Well, these saints are sometimes known as what, like cardinals or something, if I'm not mistaken, Lawrence?
Yeah.
So I started to realize, like, maybe this is coming into play where this might be, like, in history where people have tried to use religion or God's name in a certain way in order to dictate how they wanted the world to work or how they wanted to benefit from people believing in something that's not necessarily true. But instead, they're trying to crush belief. And I thought that was a great way of twisting the way churches used to start wars back in the day. You brought up an excellent point, too, Law, where you said that they're trying to take Vegapunk out, right, for knowing something, but they couldn't necessarily just, like, try to work out a deal with him. It makes me think, did they end up killing everybody that was a part of Ohara? And I'm not just talking the Oharians. I'm also talking about the people who killed them. Because they were about...
Spandine is Spandam's father.
I know, but we never seen him again, right?
Don't we see old Spandine?
Yeah, we do.
I think
we do.
We see old Spandine.
Oh, okay. Nah, never mind. I was thinking that they would, make them go away too, because they were near that type of information, which would probably spark curiosity.
I would've.
That's what I'm saying.
We being that careful.
And then I watched a recent vid, which was really amazing. I usually don't think Ohara's videos are that crazy great, but this one was regarding, like, what the roles of the 5 elders might be. So one might be in control of, like, you know how the underworld worked in, like, the fortune, the pleasure district, such and such?
Yeah.
Basically, his theory was that maybe Saturn, having a connection to Vegapunk, was in control of the science division of the world of some sort, and that's why he's heading there. I was super shocked. I don't think I would have guessed, even if I saw the hierarchy like we did, I wouldn't have guessed they would have ever came out of hiding.
Yeah.
I don't think that is a part of their scheme. It's the same way, like, there's probably world powers within our actual universe, like the Earth, but they would never come out and do their own work. They would always have somebody else do it. And we see this, like, even in CEOs that own companies. You're never going to see them coming down to the janitor floor because they ran out of Clorox. You know what I'm saying? They're just like, yo, I'm going to tell somebody to order that, and they'll get it done. If not, they get fired, or in this case, they get assassinated. Yeah. So it's, like, really interesting dynamic for the way it's working right now. But I think what's most interesting for me is the fact that, like, Kizaru has always been this OG admiral, like Akainu's had a big role, Aokiji's had a big role, but Kizaru has always been the laid back version, right? We've always talked about it, like, yo, bro, like, when are you gonna do something? Like, I think that we're gonna see Kizaru's role is probably more important than Akainu and Aokiji's ever were to be, because he has a specific direct connection with the Gorosei, unlike them. And it would follow narrative, because we always talk about how Blackbeard is this important figure because he has the Yami Yami. But the only person in the whole universe who has the opposite fruit of his is Kizaru. He's actually light itself. It is the exact opposite of what Blackbeard is. So why don't we put the same significant importance on Kizaru himself? Why is it always put on Luffy because he's a fire sun god? Like, this guy's literally light.
Because Kizaru out here serving tea and crumpets, bro.
But this is what I'm talking about too, is probably because he holds a little bit more significance than anybody else in the government at this point, in my opinion. And I think this is the reason why he's been lazy. Is because why does he need to take anything serious? Because it doesn't come from serious people. But when it does, he's like, okay, I go into active mode. Like, now when you see My Awakening, it's going to be super crazy in comparison to everybody else, because it's probably going to be on the same level as the strongest devil fruit in the game, which is the Yami Yami. I feel like that makes sense. It's not overcomplicated like everybody's making it, but it adds a little bit more interest to Kizaru. And now I'm interested in him. I want to see him get upplayed.
And no, honestly, what's interesting about Kizaru? Have you noticed that when it comes to the Gorosei, he's always being set? And that he's always him, and he's always agreeable with it. Like, even Akainu now, even though he fought with Aokichi, he fights and argues with the Gorosei. But Kizaru's always ready to go on. Yo, where you want me? He's like a full-on servant of the world government and the Marines. Wherever you need me to go, I'll go. Yeah. And he's always there assisting the Celestial Dragons. Like, he's there with them. He doesn't fight them on anything. He's always just agreeable to whatever they want to do. You want someone dead? I kill them. You want me to be here to protect? I'll be there. While Kiji and Akana will kind of like hold on, I have questions and fight about it. Even Sengoku a little bit will do it, because Zoro will never. He's always just right along, like kind of like their dog in a way, which is interesting.
And it's crazy to me because, like, again, when I talk about Blackbeard's Yami Yami, or I talk about Kizaru's light powers, I'm not saying like they're important now. I'm saying like their narration, if I was to follow that same idea or perspective, like Blackbeard will have a significant importance in the show eventually, where like he'll become super important. But like if I follow that same narrative as everybody else, then we should hold Kizaru to that same light. You know what I'm saying? And I think that makes sense, even though Blackbeard's not there right now. I would say Kizaru's probably a little bit more there because he's been in the game. He's a known hockey user. Like, these guys are there, right? But as for the Gorosei, like, I think it's going to be interesting to learn more about them. I just think that, I had two people text me today, Zaki and Itachi, and they were like, yo, like, Saturn over Garp. Saturn's top 5. And it's like, these are the same people that said that Garp, Old Man Garp, and Old Man Sengoku couldn't beat Kaido if they teamed up against him. You know what I'm saying? This is where it comes into play for like all the meatheads out there that just think that like as soon as a character is introduced, they're immediately at a certain level, like for no reason. It's all narration, it's all narrative. If you think narratively, you're going to think that at the end of the day, this person's going to be top 5, right? But at the end of the day, I could just be like, okay, so then Akainu is a bad guy. He's the reason why Luffy lost Ace. He's probably narratively going to be stronger than a Gorosei member. So that's one. Oh, Blackbeard's top 2 all time or top 1? Okay, so then narratively, Luffy's going to beat him. So he's number 1 no matter what. Like, I can just play that same role. But when we come down to the nitty gritty of it, like, he may have some destructive power that can like send the island away or whatever. But I just know that if he ended up fighting an individual like Kaido, he's getting his ass beat.
Right.
Like if he fights Kizaru right now, he's getting his ass beat.
Too old, man.
Yeah. It's just like you're always gonna lose. Like these guys can be hundreds of years, whatever, bro.
Right.
But the story doesn't dictate that they should be strong. The dictation for them is hierarchy. I can control a mass majority of powers. That's my strength. That's it. So if we go into that top 5, don't even text me, bro. Don't even talk to me. Like I don't like. I will literally say right now, I won't respect you. like intelligently, I don't respect it, bro. Like I don't care if you think I'm mean. If you think that whatever I say always has to be the end of the day of whatever I say, bro, that's my opinion. I don't respect that opinion, and that's it. So I'm good.
I just wonder if they have abilities of anything.
But we could take one call, Marv, right? Yeah. We could take one call, guys. Sorry. Lawrence got us all flustered in the beginning. Lasted way longer than we should have. It's Lawrence's fault, though. It's been the last 2 episodes Lawrence has gotten this mistake.
Always Lawrence.
They watching, they know it's not my
episodes.
fault. For y'all watching, y'all know it's not my fault.
Real quick, we got a $2 super chat from Pig Hudson. It says, how much for Larry to cosplay Marco? That's on you, bro. That's on you.
It's too funny, bro.
That's a serious question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
It's Javerse.
Hey, what up,
man.
Jay?
Larry knows what's up.
Yeah, I already know.
He knows what I'm
I
doing.
already know, bro. Go ahead.
He knows.
I'll just stay back.
It's gonna be a quick call too. It's about Blackbeard, being so shocked about the Seraphim or S-Hawk back in chapter 1059. It was nothing about the Seraphim's attack that had him sweating like that. He was sweating when he saw it initially because he knows what Lunarians are. Or at least he knows the description. Even what's called when the Seraphim hit him with the attack, he was commenting about like how big it was.
Yeah.
You see, you gotta hop off Blackbeard a bit.
Damn, yo. So he couldn't push it back the way Zoro did?
He ain't need to push it back. He just needs to use Black Hole.
Oh, so he uses...
He was getting straight to business.
He uses one of his best moves in order to, compensate for not trying to push him back?
I mean, I feel like he blocked the attack.
I mean,
Like, he
there's
straight up blocked
there's
it
a
with
difference
his
between
arm.
there's a difference between blocking and pushing one person back. And what
Listen,
did
he
Blackbeard
blocked
do?
it with no
He
sword.
blocked it.
He
Yeah.
blocked a sword without a sword
Yeah,
with,
bro,
with his arm.
Cool,
He
bro.
blocked it, bro.
That's fine, bro. I've seen people catch swords before in the show. We good.
Seraphim swords?
Don't matter.
What you mean it don't matter? It matters a little bit.
He blocked an attack that split an island like behind him.
That's cool. And then he panicked.
Yeah, but he a panicker. He worries. He be shook. I'm not saying he'll
I mean,
be
if
shook.
we sweat scaling, then what's called Denjiro over Act 2 Zoro.
Bro, I see.
Because he has Zoro sweating.
Yeah, bro. I don't know if you can sweat scale, bro. I don't know. I don't like that.
I mean, that's
it's
what
not,
it sounds
it's
like
not
people
only,
are doing
it's,
now,
but it's
you
not
know?
only sweat scan. It's also like the fact that he did this again against the law, because he couldn't push Law's clash back. And what did he do? He went to the Yami and did the same move.
Hold on.
He
though.
did Black Vortex.
But hold on, Larry. Why are we mad at Blackbeard for using what's in his arsenal?
No, it's not being mad at. See, this is where I get. See, this is where like y'all
No,
try to
I get
gaslight
it.
me
Larry isn't
mad
mad about
hard.
what's going on.
Yo, y'all be trying to gaslight me. The reason why I say these things is because if the dude was as strong as top 3 in a verse, he would just push these characters back. There's no reason for you to use your Devil Fruit if you got it like that. Why do we always gotta compensate for this character? Like, why can't we just accept that he doesn't push these characters back because his hockey wasn't great enough, and then he had to revert to his Devil Fruit because that's what he relies on, and we know that people who are reliant on their Devil Fruits aren't usually that strong.
But Larry, hold on.
That's the show.
It's
always been
the
there.
reason the people put him where they put him at in their scales and their rankings is because he has 2 Hawks as Devil Fruits.
Cool,
it's not
bro.
because he's this powerhouse pushing people back
bro.
with his physical strength.
That's crazy.
It's because he has 2 Hawks Devil Fruits.
Yes.
So when he utilizes the Hawksness of his fruits in fight situations, they don't look. I get why you look at it the way you do.
But we know fighting styles, right? We know that fighting styles at the end of the day in the show does not matter. What matters in the show?
That's just not true.
That does. It's hockey, bro.
Yo, matchup still matters.
Yo, it doesn't when hockey's involved. This is why hockey exists. Because if it was matchups, then people like Anel would just run the universe. But they don't. This is why I can't understand why people can't understand this. Like, if Blackbeard really was that guy, he would have no trouble just pushing Law's weak hockey away and stop clashing with him.
Who said Law's hockey is weak though?
All right, bro.
Again, that's what I'm saying. He's sleeping on Law.
All right, bro.
He's sleeping
This
on
is the character
everybody.
who could clash with Big Mom.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, sure, bro.
We saw Law flex out of a Devil Fruit attack.
Okay.
We never see anybody do that. Law
We
did
see
it,
him-
and now he got weak
Is
hockey.
Law's hockey as strong as Gear 4? At Dressrosa.
Oh, yeah.
See, this is oh my god.
Like, you mean
You said
like his
Dressrosa.
armament
Yes,
hockey?
yes. Armament hockey, observation hockey, anything you want to say hockey wise. Is it stronger than Gear 4, Luffy, Dressrosa?
I'd say so, yeah.
I'd say it's comparable. Yeah, I mean, you're there.
Agree to disagree.
Law.
You can hang up now, Diverse.
All
Saying
right.
it's stronger, but
Yo, it's so crazy,
Listen,
bro.
yo, don't sleep on Law.
I just know is that Law commented that Luffy was using his hockey, so I think Law might have a better way of efficiently using his hockey. They say that it's stronger than Luffy's.
Yeah.
I can't 100% say that, but I'm not gonna say it's far weaker than Luffy's. Like I believe, for example, like going that Dressrosa versus Luffy and like that Dressrosa Luffy versus Law, I think that's a good fight, like between Law and Luffy. Like
Yeah, I asked that in
Law,
Discord, too.
Luffy would have to go Gear 4 against Law to beat him.
But that's not what we're saying.
Yeah.
We're saying
He's talking
hockey
about hockey strength.
I'm not
If you're
talking about
talking
one-on-one fighting. I'm saying
physical
hockey strength right now. Who's
Yeah,
stronger?
Luffy got it.
You saying that Law can just punch Doflamingo across the island?
Nah, he can't.
But that's due to like
But that's more his Devil Fruit than his hockey straight up.
But also too, that's due to Luffy also overusing his clouding his entire overuse of his hockey with his ability.
Again, can Law produce the amount of hockey that Gear 4, Luffy, and Dressrosa can? The answer is absolutely, undoubtedly, uncharacteristically no. Like, it's just not there. He cannot do such things as that. This is why he relies on his Devil Fruit. Now, if we were to say, does he infuse his Devil Fruit with hockey? Yes, but does he infuse it the same way that Luffy infuses it into his Gear 4 form? No. There's no way.
Well, hold on. So what's called General 30 is making a good point.
General 30 don't even know what he talking about half the time, bro. I read his
He's
chats all the
up on,
time, bro.
What's called? He's saying in Dressrosa, Law was moving Doflamingo with his room constantly. Like I can name at least like 2 occasions where I've seen Law move Doflamingo
Cool.
himself.
We're at the point where like you're not supposed to move people with your room. You're not supposed to get shambled. This is where I keep reiterating that when you reach a certain height within the One Piece world, none of those things are going to be able to help you out. And if his haki was strong enough to that Yonko level of Big Mom and Kaido, then he would be able to shambles them whenever he wanted to, but he couldn't, right? Because the haki levels were just too strong for him to like get past. This is where Luffy is stepping into the realm of. And like you can say he could do it on Gear 4.
Is what's called if Dressrosa Law isn't too far off.
Bro, I seen Joes get parasited, right, by Dofi and wouldn't be able to get out of it. And I saw a gassed out Luffy break Parasite when he used haki a little bit. And just because Law did that same thing where Luffy did that in Dressrosa, y'all saying that his haki's on par with Gear 4 Luffy? I'm sorry, bro. There's a disconnection. There's a disconnection.
The Jozu argument's a whole different thing.
I guess,
but you know,
I guess, bro.
Yeah.
I guess, because Jozu doesn't have haki that's as strong as Law's right now, I guess, huh? Like, it's...
No,
I was going to say that Jozu could have broke out of it.
Yeah.
But...
Sure, he would have.
All right, Jay. We appreciate the call.
Right.
We got to run. We at 8 o'clock, but seriously, thanks for calling, man. Have a good night.
Thank you.
No problem.
Good night.
All right. Love you, Larry.
Love you too, bro. See you Thursday.
All right.
Real quick, we got a couple super chats sitting. We got a $10 super chat from Michael Franco. It says, weird that Saturn is concerned about being poisoned, but isn't worried about Shanks being alone with them. Because Shanks is a puppy, bro. He ain't swinging on nobody.
First of all,
I'm playing.
real quick, just to say, the Gorosei, they had all five of them there, and they were in their home, so they had their whole army with them. Well, Shanks rode them by himself. Yeah. So it's kind of like, he's not going to try them because then the whole army of the world government and Marines will be sitting on that Shanks. You know, so
and then we got one more $2 super chat from Zachariah. It says, what if Del Fruits relate to hockey? They might. They honestly just might. But that's all we got for super chats. It was a fun show today.
Yeah,
Larry,
bro.
you want to close us out?
Yeah. So tomorrow we're having Davies Dark Tournament. Sebastian will be hosting it. That will be at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to join, you can come into the chat and speak your piece and vote on who do you think these combatants what combatants will move forward. So if you haven't joined our Discord, I'm sure that one of the mods have put the Discord link in the live chat. But if you haven't joined our Discord and you're just watching this video for the first time, or you're catching this later, look into the video description below. The Discord link is right there as well. Then Thursday we're having a mod stream and we're gonna play like One Piece Jeopardy, and it's for the mods and Discord only. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be super exciting to have. So definitely come through. But other than that, like the stream if you haven't. Leave your thoughts if you haven't. Hate on me if you haven't, because everybody else does.
You won the best takes poll, by the way.
Of course, because I'm the only reasonable one, bro. But thank you for loving us. Thank you for watching us. And my name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Sam.
And this is that One Piece Talk. Jana.